Okay, this should be good. Who knows? I'm gonna try to figure out the sun situation because that doesn't look very good. I feel like it should adjust fine if I close the blind. Is that perfect? So glowing on my shirt, holy cow. Mayhem. It could be good. I think this is pretty good. It might just go crazy when I back up. But if I don't do it, it's kind of fine. Let me see. Maybe I should close the blind. I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe that was good. Oh, hello. Welcome in. New angle. Yes, we're doing felting today, so I made a whole new thing. You know what? I should show I made a new scene. Well, this is a new scene. But look at this. BRB scene. I'm assuming you can still hear me. Yeah, that looks like you could hear me. But yeah, this is why I need this. Wait, I don't know how to point in the right direction. Why is this not making sense? Oh yeah, it's just backwards. This little thing of me needs to have needle felting version. So we're gonna do the okay, blinking. An Epaulette shark. This is my commission that I'm gonna be doing. I will grab an example. I think we're doing pretty much this. Except for, I'll make sure to ask when we actually get to the color phase. But I don't think I really like the highlights in the eye here. You know? You know what? I should pull up pictures of all the commissions in my Pure Ref. I think I got that in my files. I mean, I just updated the listing like last week. So we should be chilling. Also, I got the Epaulette shirt on. Oh my god. I changed because I was like, oh, well, this angle you can kind of see me. I'll get out of pajamas. And then I saw in my closet this was clean. I'm like, perfect. We'll be Epaulette themed. Okay, okay. Oh, wait, dude, the alerts aren't popping up. Hang on. I think they're in here. They just need to be pulled up. I'm sorry. You guys didn't get to see them. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Twitch alerts. Yeah. Now it should be good. No, I'm sorry. Wait, you have. Wait, I think I can claim it myself. It just won't have your name. Dude, wait, can I refund you? I don't know. Let's see if this is working. But yes, you noticed I added a new thing. Okay, let me move the alert box. Ooh. There you go. That's perfect. I mean, I feel like the text needs some kind of box so you can read it. Here, we'll do that. But this is good. I don't know. See, like, do you see how when I lean back, it's kind of blinding? We'll see if that becomes an issue. But yeah, let me get the pictures. Wait a minute. I think I opened my stream on 2 tabs. No, maybe I didn't. For 12K doubloons? Nice. My brother's helping me make new alert sounds. Oh, wait, actually, you might have seen that because I said it in the Discord. Well, now we're putting him on the spot because I said he didn't have to. But it's work in progress. I think he's gonna do it, so it should be okay. It should be, like, kind of awesome. Okay, I'm, like, really struggling to get to what we need. For some reason, my File Explorer right now is not showing me the image previews, and I kind of need those. Wait, actually, this should be perfect. No, never mind. Here we go. Copy. My pure ref is like all the way over there. Here's my needle felted epaulette sharks. Maybe we'll just put them all here. So these are the 3 images that I was sent because I asked, you can see in here, like this dude, he's got a lot of spots. I didn't even include all the spots that this shark had because it's a lot of spots, but you can see how like tiny they get right up in his face versus this dude's kind of mellow on the spots. Honestly, I like a lot of spots. So I was asking them, I'm like, how many spots do you want? Do you have like pictures of epaulette sharks that you like? And these are our results. So I think more similar to the first one, this one. Oh my gosh, I feel like I need to edit my setup. This is confusing me. I have myself on both monitors. We'll figure it out. Blah. Oh wait, I have Chatterino. It disappeared. But also, I didn't say hi to everybody. Hello, Moo Ghosted, and no applause as for. Did I miss anybody? Well, Honeybee. Hello, Honeybee. Epic. But yes, welcome in, everybody. I'm honestly surprised you all showed up right at the beginning. I feel unprepared. But we're starting from the beginning here on this. I've got my big old bag of wool. A little binding. Oh, wait. You guys want a tour of my work in progress bag? I actually did start a creature. There's dog hair in here. I think I was experimenting with felting with Nymeria's fur, which is my boyfriend's husky. But I don't think it's all that good. It kind of just sticks out everywhere. But I think there's a good use case for it. I'm just removing it from the premises. But this is... Oh my gosh, he's got so much hair on him. Well, he is hair, so that's what you get. The arrowhead Huali, I think he kind of needs a bigger head. I don't know, might just be me liking big heads. Where did I put my bag? Oh. And then I'll pull out just one more because I think there's only one more interesting one. Which is, ready? It's a Pokemon. Who's that Pokemon? He just needs some colors. Mudkip. You're right. It's ad time. Stinking turds. I forget that happens at the beginning. It's kind of disappointing. Oh well. We'll get started. I never feel confident in the beginning of anything that I'm doing, but if I fail, I'll just make another one. I'm missing a needle in this. Hang on. This is probably good because we're going to add anyways. I'm going to get a needle. Because this one, it has the spots to put up to 8 needles. I've only ever put in, any. I've only put in down here. Okay. Needles. We got them. So, I think it would be kind of weird if I had 2 different kinds of needles in this, but I don't really know what needle to put in here. You can kind of see one of them's bent. I'm not going to try to bend them back. But at some point, they're just gonna snap, and that's the life of needle felting. But yeah, I only recently got these tools for needle felting. Before, I would just poke it holding the needle like this. But I was worried. Well, I'm always worried about my wrist because, like, I do a lot of things, right? Drawing is, like, heavy on my wrist. And then needle felting's even worse. When I tried crocheting, it was crazy. I think my posture was just so bad with crochet, like my technique, but it's okay. All be well. Might need to open the window. Needle felting sounds so nice, and then the activity is stabbing wool. Yes, it's true. We got our beautiful piece of wool. I like to start with the body. Honestly, by now, I've been making a video about needle felting, and oh my gosh, I feel so out of practice. I haven't needle felted in a while. But that video is taking me ages. I spent like yesterday, maybe 2 days ago. I don't remember when. But when I was working on it, I spent forever like just on the voiceover. I mean, cutting out and like speeding everything up was a big thing that I did. But like it was a lot. I'm not used to editing, and that was I gave myself just recording of the entire time that I was needle felting minus maybe some spots on one of the things. But it was a lot. And then I'm at the point where I'm doing the voiceover, and I wrote the script out like just by watching, and I'm like, here's what I'm thinking. Because I try to talk without a script, and then I'm like, this isn't making sense. And it's like I gotta start cutting out pauses of where I'm thinking. So far my strategy has been actually just reading a script, and like sometimes I'll go, off the script and say whatever I'm thinking because I'm like, no, I didn't even write this where it makes sense. But 1 minute of the video took me a half hour, and I'm like, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna need to go a little crazy with this because like I just need to finish this video, honestly. Because the last video I posted was 2 years ago. So that's how long I've been like, oh yeah, I want to start making YouTube videos. I'm going to try to be posting. Hold on, it's too hot in here. I'm like starting to melt a little bit. The sun is cooking me a little. You guys see my cute yoga mat? I got that. Oh gosh. Not gonna miss my chair again. I feel like you'll actually be able to see me fall down. But Bimmies forgave me. He didn't freak out too bad yesterday. Or 2 days ago. Whatever. And he ate his vegetables so polite and nice. It was wonderful. But yeah, I used to go needle felting every Tuesday, I think for like maybe an hour or like an hour and a half. And it was really fun. Honestly, this is kind of reminding me of it because some days it would just be me and Liza or me and Liza and my best friend Adri. We all felt it together. And it's just nice to hang out with people while you're crafting. That's why I want to start my grandma craft club. One of my hair's infiltrated, so I'm just getting rid of that. Oh, you know what? I never finished my thought though. I never use these tools, But I think it does help. Like, I never even use one that has multiple pokers in it, but I think it's gonna help me lessen the amount of poking I gotta do. And I mean, honestly, I want to try some new techniques. I think I mentioned this already, is like with carry birds and how they do their felting different. I think there's some good stuff we can learn. Maybe I should leave this up here so you guys can see the goal. The goal, except I really wish I had the other one. Like, I wish I could just magically duplicate it, and then we could have them both here, and I could show you how I like the other one better, but we'll just do this. Because I feel like on this one, I improved the shape of the head, like on this. I mean, partially my problem is, right, I indented the head where the gills are. Put a fuzz on them. I'm trying to think what angle I can show you that makes sense. Right? Like the gills start here. But in actuality, the gills are kind of part of that really cute cheek shape that the epaulette sharks have. So this is just not right. And I think I did better on this one. Like, I was really happy with the shape of him. That's Ajax, the epaulette shark. He's at the New York Aquarium. Isn't that so awesome? I want to go see Ajax one day. That would be dream come true. I'd be like, dude, I felted you. And he would know what's up. Yeah, your animal doodle can be a fictional animal. I even wrote that in the description. Because if you click on the channel points, I'm just explaining this. Everybody might know this. But I get worried that as soon as I click it, it's going to just redeem it. But you can click on it and then it gives the description. But yes, I will stop and do an animal doodle. If you want an animal doodle. Godzilla? Okay. I was also planning, I think I'm just going to try to draw it where you can see it on my iPad because that'll be easier for me. Because I don't have a scene set up. Also, my iPad case is falling apart really bad. Like, this whole thing. I really love this iPad case. It's one of the Zugu ones, but I don't know, my other one never fell apart like this. It has been years though. But it is very nice. I'm just gonna draw Godzilla from memory because I don't know. I think that's more fun, isn't it? Right? Like if we all drew, this is gonna be really hard to do. Maybe I'll draw it flat. Maybe I can scoot you guys over. Get ready, don't get dizzy. This is gonna have to be good enough. We'll draw like this. Should I try drawing him upside down? What's the angle you guys are at? Like this? I'll try drawing him right side up so you can get a decent doodle. But I'm gonna say Godzilla. He's like alligatory. I give him like a... I've never seen the movie Godzilla, have you? Anybody? But I feel like everybody knows Godzilla. And then we gotta get his big old feet ready to stomp down. You think Godzilla's got spikes on his back? think he kind of just looks like an alligator. We'll give him little belly scales too, and a building for scale. Doesn't he tackle a pointy building? It's not even much colder outside, I feel like. That's why I'm stuck in a little bit of warmth. Do you notice how I start all of my, I don't know, I'm going to show you. Back to where we were. We'll do like this. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Focus. Yeah, I like to start all my drawings with the circle just out of habit, and then I completely ignore the circle. But I'm like, that's where I'm starting. But here's your Godzilla. You're gonna go eat that building. Yeah, I haven't seen any of them. I haven't seen Planet of the Apes. Well, you've seen a honeybee? Wait, Godzilla's your favorite Bane? Dang. Well, Bimmy's screaming because this song is whistling. Your big favorite? Dang. Well, nice. There's your Godzilla. If we have more doodle requests, that's what I'll do. I think our angle's still pretty much chilling right now. Let me just make sure. I'm going way back in time, honeybee. You asked how often do I prick myself? Wait, I'm not even using Chatterino. Give me a minute. There we go. Wait, this is way better. Thanks. Oh, goodness. Okay. How often do I prick myself? Not very often. So Bims is having problems. Do you need something, Bims? Do you want your toy instead? Please, baby, please. He's having a struggle. I might need to get him out. We'll see. But honestly, not that often. I feel like it's not bad. I don't know. I've definitely pricked myself multiple times in my history of needle felting, but it's not frequently that I will poke myself. I don't think. Not bad, at least. Like, times that I poked myself and I drew blood from it was probably like 5 times total over like maybe how many years? How long ago was I in 6th grade? Oh, 3 plus 3, no, 4, 7. Oh, no, that was probably like a decade ago. What the heck? No, it wasn't. Well, yeah. Dang, that's crazy. It probably was almost a decade ago that I started felting. That just doesn't feel right. Okay, we've got our body. Honestly, I kind of made him a little big, didn't I? But let's see if you can tell the squish factor. This is me putting the same amount of pressure. This thing's gonna condense, so we'll be okay. Send the doodle to you know where? Do you need it right away, or can I do it later? You can have your Godzilla doodle for sure. This definitely feels like I'm following more of a process now because I was just going through and trying to explain what I do. But I feel like generally it's kind of like the same anytime you're making something needle felted. That, like, you know, you kind of just ball up the wool, make the shape you want, poke it till it looks right. You know, I've had a Stevie Wonder playlist on. Have we been listening to one Stevie Wonder song? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Where's the Stevie Wonder? It's supposed to be Stevie Wonder mix. Oh, here we go. Signed, sealed, delivered. That's what we need. Oh, yay, you got a coin. I knew I was forgetting something. I mean, I was like, I feel like something's missing from my stream here. This definitely feels like a way more fine felting needle because it kind of just squishes in like so smooth. It's kind of so smooth, it's not really doing anything. But yeah, I did add. I feel like my. Wait, I missed there that you even redeemed an Epaulette. That kind of sucks. I did add a bunch, not a bunch, but a couple new channel point redemptions. I think maybe it was just the Epaulette shark, the ability to redeem a cursor. Honestly, I added that. I haven't fully figured out how I send it to you, so I'm just kind of gonna assume that there's a way you're okay with me sending it to you, and then I can send you the file for the cursor. But I think that's 10k doubloons. You can get a creature cursor of your choice. I wanted to think of like some bigger things that I could add that would be like fun things to save up for. Let's make a head. Let's make a head. And then have like a mixture of like cheaper fun things too. 30k for a game stream. I definitely could add that. I don't know if it would be that worth though because I don't know. I feel like I don't know. In my head, I'm like, I don't think that's something anybody would want anyway. So why would you spend 30k on it? Right? Because a game stream, I mean, that would be fun. I'd still be daydreaming. Well, you can't even see what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to felt in a way where you can see. But right now I'm shaping the head. I feel like I'm more likely to poke myself while streaming needle felting now. I don't know, is needle felting even something allowed on Twitch? Because it's starting to make me think maybe. Because it's probably like not chill to injure yourself. Viva Pinata win. I know. I want to do a Viva Pinata. It would be really fun. It probably wouldn't be too hard. I forgot what way I kind of looked it up where we could play Viva Pinata. It'd be weird if it wasn't more. I mean, that's fair. Because, like, you're not trying to poke yourself. I think it's not an issue. You could do whatever you want. Also, is there a crafting category? Because I kind of thought there was, but I couldn't find it. I'm changing up the vibe because I changed my mind on the music. I think I'm making this head kind of big. Oh, wait, Derek, you said a magic stream where I play with you? Bim wants a needle? I'm going back in time because I'm like, I don't feel like I've been reading chat. Bim can't have a needle. If he was here while I was felting, he likes to chew the pen as I'm writing and like get mad at me. So he definitely would have problems. I'm trying to think which way I want to be. The upwards angle. But I've been thinking that maybe I will do a felted zebra shark. That one's just kind of feel really silly with how I'm fumbling with this, but sometimes it's kind of tricky. But I like the idea of a zebra shark because it's kind of a different shaped shark. Than any of the ones I've done before. Derek was saying a whale shark could be good. Or at least we were talking about it, because I think someone commented saying that they would love a whale shark. And I'm like, I don't usually like how I stylize whale sharks, because I just feel like they kind of look cuter with just a dot for an eye, but I'm like, that doesn't really fit how I draw things. Right? It doesn't come as naturally to me because of how I've practiced drawing in my certain kind of style. But I do think a zebra shark would be fun. Maybe I would sell it because, you know, zebra sharks aren't my favorite, but I do like them. I would rate my tier list. That would be kind of fun, do a tier list of sharks. But I would rate like Epaulette, then black tip reef shark, then a thresher shark. And from there, it's kind of hard to say because there's a lot of good ones. I do want to draw a lot more cat sharks, though, too. Because there's a lot of cute cat sharks. I think it would be fun to felt some cat sharks. Also, I learned that there are... Shoot, I don't remember what they're called, but there's a type of shark that that puffs up. I think it had a kind of a funny name that hinted at the fact that it does that. Yeah, swell shark. You're right. You got it. I just learned about swell sharks, and I'm like, what the heck? Oh my gosh. Thank you for the raid, Kelsey's. Welcome in. Did you have an art stream? Let's read it first. Wait, what? Wait, what first? In here first? Well, welcome in. We're making a needle felted shark. Here's an example of one I've done previously, as well as the picture in the corner. That one I don't have currently with me because... Wait, did you even get the raid notification? Wait, yes, we did. I think I just need to make a new alert that's a little more exciting. But thank you for the follow. Art fight refs? Wait, that's kind of early, isn't it? When is art fight? You guys are getting ready soon. But feel free to drop a link if you want to share, and then I will figure out how to pull it up. Because, like... Oh, you know what? I'll put it in Pure Ref. That's what I've been doing. This is a new setup. I haven't been streaming needle felting. Usually I'm doing pixel art because you can tell my PNG tuber. We're not felting right now. July. Okay, okay. I'm just bad at prepping ahead, but that's awesome that you guys are getting ready for art fight. It is a lot of. You're making a lot, like a bunch of characters. I always like join in on art fight, but I do like maybe 2 attacks. Because I'm like, oh, I love the idea, but then I'm just always doing something else. But yeah, I mean, I draw a lot of sharks. I love creatures. And so every month we'll do a little creature cursor, which honestly is like a lot of the streams I do because usually I just stream once a week. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out your stream, Kelsey. That sounds a lot of fun. I feel like you could help me be more prepared for art fight. Because I do think it's a lot of fun, like, seeing your characters drawn and getting to draw other people's characters. I did a Secret Santa before. Like, do you guys follow Yenko's? Because Yenko's does a Secret Santa every year, and I forgot about it the last couple years. But that was so fun. I had someone draw Toru from Fruits Basket, and it was so cute and Christmas themed. But I just love art in general. It's a lot of fun to receive it because honestly, I used to commission a lot of artists and I haven't done it in a while. And I would love to. You know what? This one is another needle felted thing, but I did not make this one. But it is so beautiful, wonderfully crafted, and it's of a creature I designed called the Thylapillar. I was gonna say Thylacleo. I'm like, nope, that's a real animal. But the Thylapillar, made by Carrie Bird, and they post on Instagram and YouTube. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, I'm just so impressed. So they had just like opened a thing where they're like, send me your bug characters and I'm gonna felt them, show them in a video, and I'm like, dude, I've got like a half finished creature that would work for that. And I saw this when there was like 24 hours left to submit into that. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm doing with the rest of my time now. And I feel so lucky that I got chosen because they just sent this to me for free. And I'm like, what the heck? This is hours of work and so like beautifully crafted. I'm really impressed by their stuff. So this is one of my prized possessions. I love getting art. I love getting art, making art, putting art everywhere. So I would like to do more for Art Fight. But what kind of characters do you guys have? Are they mostly like human characters, or do you do any like merfolk? That's what I got. I should add my creatures though. I feel like that would be fun. I haven't really done much on there that I had like one creature posted on there. I forgot which way it was up for this. This seems right. Let's see how the size is looking. We're roughly there. He's still a little squishy. So we're on the right track here. But yeah, this is my fourth, saying the wrong number, needle felted commission for sharks. But it's I guess it's also my fourth time making a shark that is. Okay, you know what? I learned that these are bamboo sharks, right? Or like in the family of bamboo sharks. This is an Epaulette shark, if I missed saying that. And bamboo sharks, there's one kind of hidden in here. They're the same shape. And I was like, wow, they just look like epaulette sharks, but with different patterns. Hey, there you go, epaulette shark. I'm like really glad to have a use for that animation. I was thinking I needed to have it on stream. But yeah, and I'm like, no wonder. I really like bamboo sharks too. So I've made 2 epaulette sharks. This is my 3rd epaulette shark sculpture. Can you hear them like mowing down a tree outside when I talk, or is it cut out? Good. Because I don't know if I gotta close my window. I just feel like in general, like I was looking up sharks yesterday, but I haven't been, looking into too many sharks. There's so many cat sharks that I would love to draw. And I just feel like I've been so preoccupied that I haven't spent enough time drawing new sharks. Like I've drawn a bunch of them, but I would like to draw all of them. You love videos of epaulette sharks walking out of the water? It's so cute. Honestly, I need to... have you seen multiple videos of that? Because I honestly only remember ever seeing one. But it is really cool that they do that. They're just so cool and they're so cute. And they got unique markings. Like you'll notice this is... I think I said this as soon as you guys came in, but this is Ajax from the New York Aquarium. That was my last commission that I did. And he's got a really cool double epaulette right here. And I just think it's so cool that they can form like that too. And then there's even a bunch of different kinds of epaulette sharks. Like, I've mostly just drawn ones that look like this, where they got like, a decent amount of spots. But there's ones that look like, almost like they got leopard print and other. Only 2 to 3 out of 10. I know, we need more videos. I think they probably just don't go out of water unless they kind of feel like they need to go out of water. Wait, Boxers, do you watch Alveus? I'm like trying to, I feel like I've heard your username and I'm not remembering. I'm not remembering. Let me know if I'm missing some history here. Oh, that's how you stumbled in here. Okay, awesome. So I'm like, well, your name is really catchy, and I'm like, pretty sure Alveus is the contact. But that's awesome, because I was also wondering, because you know the sharks. What was the Alveus getting? They had the aquarium and wait, am I crazy, or are they getting an alligator? Or a crocodile? Was that true? I can't remember. They are. Which one? Alligator? Crocodile? Because alligators are really big, right? Versus crocodiles are usually smaller. That shit's so crazy. Honestly, I think it's so cool to see, like, how much they're gonna do, and when they have more of the ARI set up, which is their Alveus Research and Recovery. If anybody's not familiar with Alveus, they're an animal sanctuary based on Twitch, and are doing this research and recovery center for, I think, different kind of wolves, or is it just red wolves? I don't know. I didn't do my studying before I gave my spiel. But they're doing really cool stuff, and I think it's gonna be so fun following along for all of what they do. I honestly have not been putting the live cams of the animals up enough. I need to be having them up 24/7. Red wolves and Mexican gray. Oh, okay, they're doing both? Dang, wait, that's awesome. You wanted to be a marine biologist growing up, and then your parents refused to help pay for school unless you went into a profession that pays. Aw, but you still love animals. Oh, that's too bad. Cause yeah, marine biology. I really admire people who go and dive and they see all these animals in their natural habitats. But I don't think I would ever want to do them. I mean, what the heck? Do that. Cause like I don't know, swimming with fish just kind of freaks me out. It's taking me a lot of pokes because this felting needle's so fine. We love critters of the deep, especially jellyfish in Medusa. What? In Medusa? That's a place? I have to look into these jellyfish. I saw, I think, in like Japan, maybe there was a deep sea aquarium. I think it was Japan, but at least somewhere got a deep sea aquarium that looked really cool. And they had, I think maybe it was just a model of one of the giant isopods, and I'm like, dude, that is so cool. Sometimes I forget that those guys are just out there living, right? I'm not mistaken; they're alive right now, right? They're not extinct. They're just deep in the sea. I think that's so cool. Yes. Okay, good. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, a group of jellyfish is called Medusa? That's pretty cool. His head is definitely a lot less felted together than the rest of this. I did see there's this one person on Instagram. I think their username is jellyfish PLU jelly something like that. I can find them. But they posted like this app that they use to look through all these jellyfish, and I was like, dang, that looks so cool. And everybody was commenting, what app is this? But it's a paid app, and I'm like, well, I don't know if my interest in jellyfish is strong enough to pay for this app, but it was a really cool looking app where you could just learn about different jellyfish. I've been meaning to update my Merlin bird app since I moved. And for context, I moved from Oregon to Minnesota, so we got a whole different chunk of birds here, and there's so many super cute ones. Link it. Okay. Oh, link it to Rockets Boxer? You can link. I trust you. Salad to me. Salad trip Masai is your favorite. Okay, let's see. I'm clicking it open. I'll paste it in the reference too. Oh wait, it's a link. Never mind. I mean a video. Never mind. You're gonna have to click that link. That is insane though. That dude looks crazy. I've never seen this dude. That is really cool. I'm just imagining it as like a hat, right? Like I made a flower hat, like a wet felted one. I feel like, well, I mean it's hard because he's translucent, but you could make a cool hat somehow themed off of that jellyfish. Or like jellyfish umbrellas. That could be fun with all those tassels. All right, we're getting the shape. He's just gonna need some more going on this head. It's kind of like getting flattened down. And there's not enough wool. Can't be real. Off the coast of Baja at a depth of 1,200 meters. Yeah, like it looks glowy too, because, I mean, I guess deeper you go, you're gonna get some glowy animals. Yeah, I wonder if I want to make like a thing somehow where, I don't know, something to like prompt us to learn about more new animals like within stream. I don't know how, I don't have an idea of what that would be, but I really like learning about new animals. You know what? I don't use Reddit that often. Maybe Reddit is the place to go, right? Maybe I gotta follow this depths below subreddit and browse on here. Honestly, I think browsing Reddit is probably better than any time I get stuck on like TikTok or Instagram reels. Because you chose to sign up for these different subreddits, whereas Instagram and TikTok kind of just give you whatever they think you might want to see, which is fun, but it's definitely like, it's too addicting. It's tough. Sharks have been known to show curiosity about humans. Oh, wait, you did a shark fact. I'm like, wait, who's saying this in their moderator? And sometimes we'll. Wait, you're so right, honeybee. I forgot we had this on here. The shark fact. Duck fact. Whistling ducks are found in Mexico and parts of the southern U.S. I love that this is built into the Sari bot. You know what, honeybee? I always just like say a problem I have, and then you're like, here, it's right here. Problem fixed. We get our facts right there. If you can find the right communities and stick to those, then yeah, Reddit can be nice. Just unsubscribe to stuff you don't want. That's true. I've also found it really nice because, like, I've been on Reddit, but just a little bit. But it's nice for posting art too because you can share your art directly to where the people who would want to see that kind of thing are, right? Like, as long as the subreddit is fine with you posting art and it's not like, usually they just don't want you promoting something, but you can just share your art. And like I posted in the shark forums and stuff, and so it's like you can directly reach those who want to see that, or like fan art of something. Like I posted my dagger heart design. This creature actually was part of my dagger heart character. That's where it stemmed from, yeah. Is like I wanted a companion for my ranger. And I love Thylacleo and the thylacine, and my character is a fungal fairy, which is like mushrooms and like bug inspired fairy. And so around the neck is actually like I think maybe they're called like shelf mushrooms, or maybe like there's different kinds of shelf mushrooms probably, but it's like a mane of mushrooms. And then you got the moth inspiration. And he's got all his little legs. And like, look at his little belly. How cute. It's so cute and so well made. But I do want to felt more creatures because I have done in the past posable sculptures. And it's been so long since I've done a posable sculpture. I'm feeling like I should move on to the legs before I really sculpt this head just so it feels like there's more progress that I'm doing here. But it's okay. I feel like it's fun to just craft and hang out. Because usually, I don't know about you guys, but usually when I'm watching a stream, I'm doing something else. I feel like it's so nice to be making something along with streams, and it feels really inspiring when you're like looking at someone and they're like, ooh, I like what they're doing. Makes me want to go make some stuff. That's partially why I've been really loving Twitch. There's little like crusties in here from the sheep. Because the sheep, right, you harvest their wool and they're out in fields where there's crusties. And I just like to remove the surface crusties. Just like plant matter. You're reactivating your Himi gouache paint. You forgot about how long it takes. I didn't know you. Well, I guess gouache is kind of like watercolor, right? And that's what you mean by reactivating it? Don't you like spray a little water? And it's all good? You have black-bellied whistling ducks in Central Texas part of the year. You love their calls. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look up a video of their calls. It is really fun hearing the different animal sounds. That's something I really want to incorporate is we get lots of alerts that use different animal sounds and just get something that sounds really cool. But yeah, whistling ducks. That sounds familiar. Like maybe I've heard of whistling ducks? I don't know. You like that about streams, especially look over and check in on progress every once in a while, even though you don't really do art yourself. Oh well. That's very nice. Yeah, it's nice to have your perspective on it too. Like even if you don't like doing any crafts. No crafts at all though. Which it's okay if you don't like doing crafts. I just feel like I love doing crafts so much that I'm partial to crafts. I'm like, there's so many good ones. I feel like there's gotta be a craft for everybody. Cause like I've had friends that aren't super artsy but love doing like the diamond art things, kind of like a puzzle, but it's still creative, like you're making something. I don't know, that's partially what I really love about needle felting is it's like I spend so much time doing digital art and this is like I'm making my idea, but it's like not only a physical object, but it's 3D. It looks like a little dude. You can use it like watercolor. You you add water and stir, but it takes a long time, especially since yours has been dry for years. Well, it's nice you're getting back into some gouache painting. I think that I would like gouache the best. I started making him kind of a skinny legend here. Looks like maybe a tadpole. But I feel like I could rope a lot of people into doing needle felting. I got my brother to needle felt once. I mean, I don't know if I'd take credit for that. I don't remember why he did it, but he did needle felt once. I remember he made a toucan. Not that I finished my thought, but out of all the paints, I tried gouache once. I only had like 3 tubes maybe of like the primary colors. Maybe 4 for like black. I don't know. Maybe I just had white. Who knows? But I loved gouache because I really like acrylic, and my grandma would always do watercolor painting with me. And I don't know that I was ever really drawn to watercolor, but gouache feels like such a nice in-between of acrylic and watercolor that if I got into painting, I definitely would go for some gouache. Is that... No, I guess not. If you haven't used it in 2 years. I was gonna ask if that is what you usually paint with. I feel like we need more exciting music. Like this one's like really cute vibe and everything. Have you guys watched Delicious in Dungeon? Get ready. Wait. Get ready. This is the one I meant to play. Delicious in Dungeon has my favorite intro. I don't know what it is, but like, can you guys even hear the song enough right now? I'm turning it up. This isn't too loud, right? Where's my rest of my thought? Something about the intro song, it just gives me a feeling that I feel like I've never felt before. It's like so specific and joyful. And it like, I think it encompasses the adventure. It's so good. It's so good. I love Delicious in Dungeon. I also I feel like I need to turn it down so I can hear my own thoughts, but for speaking, but like I really love the world building of Made in Abyss, but if you're familiar with Made in Abyss, it's so devastating for me because there's just really weird stuff that's sprinkled in to Made in Abyss, and I'm like, please, just cut this out of my book, please. And but I love the creatures. The whole premise is like there's this city that is built around the abyss. It's on an island, and there's different layers of the abyss, which took inspiration from like when you're diving. Or at least this is the parallel that I saw. I'm guessing it came from diving. But like you can't ascend too quickly. Is ascend the right word? When you're coming back up? I think the cat's hitting my door. Anyway, like you have to not return to the surface too fast when you dive deeply because it can like mess you up with the pressure and everything. But there's a similar premise in Made in Abyss where like there's a certain point where you can't even return. But like there's different effects. So if you're like not as deep in the abyss and you come back up, maybe you just get a little sick. But if you're like really deep, it gets gory and nasty if you try to come back up. But yeah. Let's see. Oh wait, Delicious in Dungeons on your list? Both love that show and really don't like parts of it. Dude, I'm glad that you can be in the same boat as me on that because sometimes I'm like, I don't know what to think because I'm like, I love it so much, but I'm like, it's hard, right? Because you know, when you love things, you're like, I want to tell everybody about it and why I love it. But then it's like, then maybe you go look at it or you've heard things about it. You're like, you like this? No, I don't like those parts. I don't like those parts. Trust me. Trust me, I just like the world building and the creatures and the adventure. And the story's good, okay? That's what we got. Oh, hello. Yeah, you wouldn't recommend the show to many people. Thank you, Esma. Here's where we're at. I'll give a. We're in the hot dog stage. Here's what we're going for. And then the other one in the corner is one I've made before. But it's not with me anymore. I had to depart with it. Depart? Part ways with it. That's why I do commissions, because I'm like, okay, a lot of people want these needle felted sharks, but I want them. I don't want to get rid of them. And I'm like, I'll do commissions so that I'm forced to give it away because they already paid for it and I'm making it for them. I can know from its birth, this isn't mine. So it's easier. But I wish I had that Epaulette shark because I did better on that one than this one. And I know I'm going to do good on this one. I can feel it. I feel like I had another thought brewing in here about this too. But I don't know. Asking for a friend. I feel so self-conscious about pricings because I feel like because it's small, it feels insane, right? So for the last batch of commissions I started at oh shoot. I'll hold my answer for you. I'll put it in the chat if you can't hear me. I will take a break. Be right back, guys. Get ready for this. BRB screen. Whoa, look at him go. I'm gonna stand up. Wait, shoot, I tried to type in a chat that I can't type in. Here we go. Okay. I'll respond when I return. Yippee. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break to stand up. You guys can enjoy the Epaulette shark. I think I'll add more to this screen later, but I'm like, I feel like I need one really quick because the camera angle, if I leave the room, it's just like my butt walking away, and I'm like, I don't want that. That's awkward. So we get cute Epaulette walking. I don't really know what I would add to this though. I feel like mostly this is a BRB screen, but all I'm doing is standing up. I'm not really going anywhere. I feel like I just want to add a background that he's walking through that pans by and you can just like watch the environment and like different things will pop up. But that's like hours of creating that would take. I'm gonna I didn't finish my thought. I don't know, I feel like I should walk around, but I don't really know what to do with myself. I just want to commit to taking a break when the ad break is because I know it's not good to be sitting. That's why I need stretching videos, man. I need stretches so I know what to do with myself. Well, at least I'll pick up all the wool on the ground. Alright. The ad's almost over. I feel... You're free? Okay, I'm coming back. Coming back and I'm making sure not to fall out of my chair like last time. Here we are. I'm gonna figure out how to do transitions too. Alright, my answer. So I wasn't familiar with like how long one of these took me. I mean, I knew like kind of roughly maybe. when I did the first batch of commissions. So I advertised them as test commissions because, you know, the first 3 were the first time I ever did needle felted commissions. And then, but also it's like to learn how long they take me, really, to better price them. So the first 3 were $150 each. And then this one that I just did, or I'm starting here, is 225. 225. But yeah, part of me, it just feels like self-conscious of pricing. And then the other part of me is like, I'm confident that that's how much it's worth, knowing, you know, how long it takes me and how long I've been needle felting and developing my style. Because that puts me at about $20 an hour, which I think is still considered underpriced. But I don't know. I don't have bills right now, so it works for me. Works for me because mostly what I'm buying is stuff to further my art business. It's low, but it feels high because I'm like, right? Because he's tiny. It's like $200. So I mean, I understand. I feel like I should move the curtain because that blaring light back there is kind of much, isn't it? I'm gonna adjust the curtain really quick. I'm trying to get like still light peeking out the sides without creating a super bright thing like that. I think it's just gonna be kind of dark in here, but it looks good. I can see enough. It looks brighter because my webcam is adjusting, but it's dark for me felting. At least I'm just doing the shape, so it's okay. How can you see if the ads are done while streaming? You can't figure it out. Oh, mine, there might be like a setting that you can go to that says for you, like that makes the alerts appear. Does the camera feel less crisp? Maybe we need more light. I think it's trying to adjust for like the lack of light and it gets, oh, but like look at that. Why'd the sun have to move? I feel like we had something good going, you know? Wait, maybe if I peek it out the middle? Maybe staying where I'm going. Okay, that's better. I'm gonna accept this. Nemiria chased Spaz into the pool. Spaz is the cat, by the way, and there's a little kiddie pool right outside. And the pool is kind of deep for a cat, though. Not like she would drown, but like she probably got really wet. Nymeria is a husky. And yeah. I did just see a video. I was scrolling through Instagram Reels on Derek's phone, which is Drunken Tanuki. And there was one that was like huskies have like cat hardware or something. I don't know. I don't remember the specifics, but it was comparing them to cats. I don't know. I feel like I'm like operating off of muscle memory because I just feel like I haven't been conscious for this, but it like looks like how I want it to look. Kind of funky. But yeah, I think I'm kind of annoyed with myself because I keep saying "but yeah" to start a new thought. I'm gonna try not to. It's time for you to depart. Good luck, Simon. Thank you, Helen. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Also, hello. Oh my gosh. No Pal Poppy. Welcome in. We're finally doing needle felting. So the music is just playing off of the Delicious in Dungeon intro, and I don't know these songs. So I might play a Zuta Mayo. Have you guys ever heard of Zuta Mayo? Zuto Mayo? I don't know. Zuto Mayo? But the music videos are so good because she gets like animated ones. You would always just use the needles without a little handle thing, but it probably would have been so. I definitely recommend it. I only like this past year got these handles, and it definitely feels really nice. I recommend them. Everything that I've gotten is from Living Felt. I really like their wool, honestly. I used to get wool locally, but they have more options. Is it gonna... Hello? I'm trying to let you read. Hey, there you go. But I definitely think you could get these handles elsewhere too. But the wool, I feel like, is the most worth it. Because, like, I got this pad too to felt on from Living Felt. And it's really nice, but I realized that there's such things that look like this that are just called ironing pads, I think. And it's made out of wool and looks just like this. And I think that would be cheaper. So if you're looking to get into needle felting and want a nice pad, look up ironing pads and then look for ones that are 100% wool. And that's going to be pretty cute. The difference that I like, which this might be more useful if you do like 2D felting, like you're felting on a sheet of wool and doing a painting. But these are like little toppers for it that are meant to like, because when you poke in, some of the wool gets stuck in there. So this is meant for like, I felt on the light colors with this one. And then there's a black one for all the dark. Bloop. And honestly, I don't know if I've had much use for these so far, but maybe when, like, if I'm felting something really thin, like these little sensory barbells, the little mustache, those I have to felt really tiny, and so like more of that would get stuck into the mat, but I don't know. That's what I have. I used to felt on just a sponge. Actually, I have one somewhere. Here, I have one. This is the kind of thing I used to felt on, like this, and I would just do it, as you can see. But I really like this. Honestly, I got this because I wanted to record videos, and I'm like, it's gonna look nicer than this old piece of foam that I've been using. But I do like that it's like a bigger work area. Wait, maybe I'll put him back. I keep moving him around, but I feel like he should be visible better. I have been wanting to like rework some of these too, because like I want to get rid of the eye highlights on this. Like I did a blue at the top there, but I'm not a big fan of it. And then this one, uh, the chalk pastel does fade a little bit over time, is what I'm realizing, and it could use some more of like a hot pink in there. And I do have actually a really vibrant pink wool. And I haven't really used it. Hello, Mini Pearl. Would you do any species of shark for a commission, like a whale shark, hammerhead? Yes, I would do absolutely any species of shark. I did, let me get a picture. I did, for the last 3 commissions, I had one person request a hybrid of a black tip reef shark and I'm just trying to find the photo at the same time of doing this, and I'm struggling. Same time of saying my thoughts and doing something else, not working. Wait, here we go. I'm figuring it out. But I really liked doing that hybrid. It was a lot of fun. I like making creatures, and honestly, those 2 species of shark blended together so well. Let me just see if I can copy the photo over from my shop, because my files aren't that organized. Some of them are, but not all of them. Not majority of them. What am I even looking for? Oh yeah, my needle belted sharks. Deepy 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 dee. We're gonna get there. It's loading. Here we are. Whoa, zoomed in. But that's my little combo hybrid, whatever. And I love how that one came out. Thank you. Wait, I need to pull back up Chatterino. Is there a way to make Chatterino stay on top? I feel like there's gotta be a setting for that, because I keep losing my Chatterino. It's so cute, you're gonna scream, thank you, Lesma. I do love adding the fun colors. I mean, this is my favorite color too. Like that lilac kind of pink. So fun. That is my favorite thing too. I added the mouth first with this one. I also gave him a little cheek blush. But I did much better on the one you see in the photo to keep like the fin borders crisp. So like that's another thing where I'm like, maybe I'll come back and rework the details on this in that way. I just want to rework all 3 of them, honestly. Put him back. Keep forgetting to leave him there. Okay, what I'm missing though is I like seeing the okay, yeah. I like seeing the notification of first message, because I'm like, am I forgetting or not? But welcome in me, Pearl. That's just something I wish I could. Wait, no. Caterino does do that. It highlights green. Okay, that's good to know. But I'm guessing you also are a fan of Alvea's? Because you know Roxer. You guys are waving to each other. That also is such a cute, what is that even called? A badge? Frog lantern? I don't know what that's from, but I love it. We probably should give this dude some legs. I feel like I haven't been really doing anything. Just kind of continuously poking. Okay, I'm gonna pause this and go to the bug music, because I feel like nothing is really capturing what I want like the way bug music consistently does. I just gotta find it really quick. Wait, I'm on the wrong YouTube account. No, I think I saved. Okay, wait, is it gonna play the wrong thing really quick? I don't know where I saved it. We're just gonna go into my history because it can't be that long ago, the music. I guess I have listened to a lot of playlists or just music videos through YouTube today, so my history is kind of long. Here we are. Bug music. Have you guys seen this playlist? I'm gonna link it really quick. It's so good. I'm sorry. I feel like I should have warned you I was turning it up. But I mean, any bug themed playlist so far that I've come across is just really good. Unmatched. But I saw one artist was like showing like some kind of unrelated vlog about what she was doing, but had the bug music in the background and showed like the animation that this person did for the playlist on her monitor. And I was like, no way, another artist listening to the bug music. And there was another person who commented about it. I'm like, nice. Nice. Found my people right here. Yeah, it's obvious, but you've been lurking on your streams for months. Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for hanging out, Mini Pearl. That's very nice. Oh yeah, nice. You know the playlist. I mean, it's so good. You gotta love when they got the no AI in brackets. It makes me want to learn Blender so I can make a little animation like this. I want to make creature themed playlists. I might be making this fin too small. Are we too small? I'm hoping that these VODs are like helpful too, right? I'm working on a video explaining how I make these sharks. And sometimes I feel like with it all so sped up, maybe it's hard to get a hold of what's going on. So at least I'll have these VODs listed too. And then maybe it'll feel like you get to create one alongside me. Although I'm gonna have to work on this off of stream unless I stream more. Honestly, I probably just could do that. Because I wouldn't get done in the window that I said it would be done if I only worked on it one time a week. I might have made this too tiny. In comparison, this is fun though. I haven't felt it in a little while, and I do love the needle felt. I think I might need to make it a little wider. If you have an iPad, Nomad. Oh yes, Nomad Sculpt. I should try that. My iPad is actually right here. Got it. Oh. Nope. Just disregard that. Can you put in a commission request on my page for a whale shark, but Lisa paint such bright, fun colors? Definitely you can. I might just have to buy more wool. Here, we can do a color too, because like it's not as common for wool to be dyed in really bright colors, I think. But here's the bright pink I have. But I would be super down to do that. I mean, I feel like I already make whale sharks pretty colorful. Here, we're going to the BRB screen really quick, and I'm gonna grab a whale shark sticker. I'm back again. I already make them like colorful, but I guess not quite Lisa Frank because this is really pastel. But as far as a variety of colors, we got that. You know, not just gray. It's back here, you can see the sparkles. That's my favorite part. I mean, I like an excuse to buy more wool. It's not a problem. It probably would work within the same time frame because I was thinking about that too. Like if I didn't have any colors to make something that someone wanted, if I just ordered it right away, it would definitely come in time for me to still do the mission in the same time frame because while I'm waiting for the wool to come in, I would just be working on the shape of it, building up its little body. Oh, I got you, Esma. I have heard of this is me responding late to what you said, by the way, about nomad sculpt. I have actually heard of it because my now friend, originally needle felting teacher, was doing a little bit of nomad sculpt a while ago and talked about it, but I think I just didn't have enough of an interest in 3D at the time. Oh yeah, the little remoras on the sticker. I do love remoras. You know what you're making me think? It would be so fun to needle felt a remora. It could be kind of fun to try embedding a tiny magnet too, right? So you could have a separate remora and then the magnet would let it stick onto the shark optionally. Yeah, it could be fun. It could be fun. You know what? I'm just thinking about Delicious in Dungeon again and Made in Abyss, but what I wanted to say like way ago was I love Delicious in Dungeon because what's the main character's name? Making me feel like a fake fan. The main character, the blonde dude, at least I'm considering him the main character because usually he's in the front. But he loves the dungeon and the creatures in it, and he's like passionate about them and just thinks it's so cool. Like how I don't want to give spoilers, but that's the drive of it. He's fascinated by the creatures, and they put the same kind of effort into the creatures like that I like, where you think about like how they work within the Blyos. You're right. Wait, and you said you haven't seen it yet, right? Too. You're better than me. I struggle to remember names of like characters in shows. He's in a game you play? What game? I didn't know he was in a game. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't know he was in a gacha game. The only gacha game I played, are you ready? Infinity Nikki. I love Infinity Nikki because I love cute outfits. I mean, who doesn't love a cute outfit? I really want to do more sewing. I've done hardly any. I just wanted to start with pajama pants. You know, it's not even winter anymore, but I wanted to make pajama pants because the pajama pants I have are not long enough. And I feel so stupid. I don't like walking around in my pajama pants that my ankles are just free willy and part of my leg. It looks stupid. Even though it's pajamas, I don't like feeling like I'm looking stupid. And so I wanted to make some cute pajama pants that were long, long to my choosing. And actually back here, this thing is a little, like bench thing that I got thrifting, and it's got all of my fabric in it. And I'm like, I can't get more fabric until I use the fabric in that because it's filled to the brim now. And yeah, until I start making some projects, I'm cut off buying fabric. But I think pajama pants would be really easy to start with. But I would like to make some like cute tops and stuff. Maybe some skirts. Skirts gotta be easy. Yeah, making your own pajama pants. So I did make pajama shorts before, but I used kind of a crunchy fabric. I think it was almost like more like scratchy maybe. It was kind of a lightweight fabric, but not good for pajamas, that's for sure. Just to test out a pattern, and honestly, it wasn't very hard. I just tried a free pattern. So yeah, I think once I find a pattern that I like for pajama pants, I mean, the pants I'm wearing now are my favorite pants, and I feel like maybe I could try to draft a pattern based on these pants and then just make a bunch. Because honestly, the pants I'm wearing now could be like pajama pants. They're pretty comfy, but maybe I would just use like a softer fabric, and that could be like the ultimate thing. I have a sewing machine. I have my mom's old one. Um, that is a pretty good sewing machine, though, I think. Been working good for me. And luckily, we still got the manual, and that's all I really needed so far. But yeah, I would struggle with hand sewing. I'm definitely grateful to have her old sewing machine. Oh. Yeah, sewing by hand, it just sounds like really tedious. Like if you're trying to make clothes. I think sewing by hand is fun if you're like making maybe like a little plushy guy. I don't know. At least for me, I had a hard time hand sewing. I'm not very good at keeping the stitches even. So like when you have a sewing machine, it feels really satisfying and like you can attach these big pieces of fabric together so quickly. I think I made his fin too small again. I wasn't really thinking. We're gonna have to give him a little extra. But maybe you could find an operational machine on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. It could be nice if you didn't want to spend a bunch of money on a sewing machine. I've been thinking about that for a serger, which is like it cuts the fabric and like sews along the edge to keep it from fraying, which usually is like on the inside of seams. It just goes over it so that where you attach two pieces of fabric doesn't fray. But that would be fun. Maybe I would try to do a sewing stream. A sewing stream? I feel like streams just make me feel like I can focus on a task better. Other than getting distracted talking about other things. But it just, I feel like mentally there's just a difference where I'm like so committed to what I'm doing right now. Like I'm stuck to this as a plan. Maybe it's like more of an accountability thing. I think I just added this wool on and didn't make it thicker. I mean wider. I did make it thicker. Usually these fins wouldn't take me quite as long. I just let this one slip as I'm thinking, as my thoughts are drifting. But we'll get some other fins in here soon. Just widen it. Get our cute triangular shape. I've been meaning to play more piano too, cause like I got this Domestica course for just $1 with a free trial thingy, and I canceled it, and bam, got the course. Didn't get scammed. Kind of epic, and it seemed like a really nice course so far. I've been having fun with it, and I'm struggling to build the habit right now, but I want to do pretty consistent practice because it is a lot of fun to have like those kinds of hobbies. Do a little musical hobby. Oh, wait. Your sibling-in-law, I'm sorry, I'm really late on this, but I'm gonna get to you. Get to what you said here. Your sibling-in-law plays the heck out of that one. Oh, and you did try it? I'm pretty sure this is about Infinity Nikki, but it's so fun because sort of recently they added an update where you can change the colors of different pieces of the clothes. So like if it's got a bow on it, you could make that bow pink and the dress orange if you wanted to. And so it's like really customizable, and already the clothing designs are so pretty in that it's so fun to like experiment with different styles, because like there's different ways you could pair clothes and kind of figure things out like that, where it's kind of harder to do in person, right? Because it's like expensive to buy clothes. Like you could not get an Infinity Nikki dress cheap. You'd have to make that yourself if you wanted it cheap. But even just for like the other clothes, like the shirts and the skirts and stuff, there's a lot of fun stuff to play around with, and I really love clothes and like browsing cute outfits on Pinterest, and I like to imagine a lot of the things that I could make because it's so fun to put together a cute outfit. And like that's partially why I love the Ren Fair is I got some cute stuff for the Ren Fair. I made my flower hat, and I made Derek a mushroom hat. And it's really fun to have an occasion where you can dress up whimsically like that. I did wear my flower hat through the airport one time though. Kind of I did. I did get a lot of people looking at me, but I think usually people are just curious, but sometimes, it's easy to be self-conscious. But I did it so it didn't get squished in my luggage. I'm like, I'm just gonna wear it. I'm just gonna wear it through the airport. You get to hear all of the drama about, oh yes, when they redid the lore and starting the story. I mean, for me, it wasn't a problem. I kind of want to look, this is a separate thought, but I kind of want to look back at the fins. Hello? Did I just delete everything else in here? Oh, never mind. That picture was just way bigger, I guess. I just wanted to look at the fin shape to make sure I'm getting it good. Because sometimes, like, if I go off of this, I'm just playing art telephone. Dude, the sun again. How long has it been blaring like this? I'll finish my thought and then I'll deal with the sun. I okay, right? Art telephone with myself. If I just keep copying the same thing, it's not gonna look as good. We gotta go back to the original and try to make the natural shape stylized. I was thinking too, with every felted commission, I would do a sketch of the shark, even though it's like an existing thing. Just a like I can go off of the photos of actual sharks. But I liked for the hybrid one that I did a sketch because it's more imaginative and I wanted to make sure we liked the game plan for it. But I think for these sharks, it's nice too, even just to have that as a reference of like how I stylize sharks and going off of that. And I have a little foot. I don't know. I feel like I said that with an inflection like I was going to say more, but more didn't come out. I'm gonna adjust the window. Let's see if I just close the middle. Is this gonna make everything blinding? Yes. Do you know what I need? I need like sheer curtains so that it just diffuses the light instead of these like blackout curtains that I'm like trying to piece around how the light's coming through. Like, look at that. What are we gonna do about that? It might just be dark. Maybe we could have a peep of light this way. I think I just did the same thing we had, didn't I? Well, lighting is gonna be a thing to figure out. I think this is okay. It's just not the best. But we'll work with it. Anyway, with Infinity Nikki, I didn't care about the story at all in the first place. That it wasn't really a problem for me, but it was fun to watch the videos of people explaining why it was so terrible. Like, honestly, if I didn't watch videos, I wouldn't have known that they changed the story. Because, like, when I would just do the quest to be able to get different pieces of clothing, and I would just skip through all the text, all the dialogue. Speedrunning Infinity Nikki. So, for this spin, I think it needs to go at like this. Oh, wait, you can't see. Like this angle. Wait, look, I can try to match it to the. Oh my gosh, it's so confusing to try to make it make sense on the camera angle. But here's basically what we're looking at. Get this attached. I don't know if I should add the tail before I add the legs. It doesn't really matter, honestly. I love this song. Alright, time to put his arm on. What is everybody's favorite game to play? Because I don't know, well, if you've been here, I've been talking about Viva Pinata. I don't have that many hours in that game, honestly, but it is one of my favorites. Because I'm a multiplayer kind of gamer. I like to play games to hang out with people. Wait, it's already 6 o'clock. What the heck? I'm just thinking about playing games. I was gonna play Deadlock today. But this is so much fun. Honestly, I'm a fan of the felting stream. I don't know about you, but it feels more like we're hanging out when I'm felting. I don't know. But you guys ever have a craft you want to do while I'm felting? I would love to see your craft. You can start a craft club, digital craft club. We might just need that. He's ready to walk. I also think with streaming, it just makes me feel like no matter what I'm doing, it's productive. And so I don't know. I guess it's just my mindset when I'm streaming things is like I feel less pressure on what I'm doing. And so I can just remember to have fun with it. And that I feel like is really important with art and anything because you can feel the difference when someone really enjoyed what they're making. I feel like it definitely shines through and shows in what you create. And that's what I want to do. Oh, you tried to play Friendly Skunk? Because you can't get far at all. Oh no. When it was in a game, the game jam phase, it definitely wasn't as hard. Like if you want to go to the itch.io page, I believe it's still playable on there. Oh, pixeling along. That's awesome, Lesma. Are you working on your commissions? That beautiful and wonderful commission that you've been making? It's really good stuff. If you guys want to hang out with some good pixel art, go follow Lesma Pixels. I love that commission you're working on so much. It makes me want to make stream things. Some really nice, beautiful animations. I don't know. I just feel like there's so many opportunities to make beautiful creative things like for streams, and it's definitely gonna be like a fun long-winded project of me slowly trying to make the stream more and more fun, get some good stuff going. Oh, stream avatars. Ooh, wait, that's gonna be exciting. Stream avatars is one of the things that I keep thinking that's probably the next thing I should add. Like, just start with one creature and then everybody can just be a little blue-gree at the bottom. The beard? Wait, rewind. Beard? Oh, let me just finish reading. The beard would probably be an absolute pain to make, but you bet a spotted wobbegong would look amazing in this felt style. I think the beard, yeah, the beard, it would be a little tedious, but it would be a lot of fun. It would be really cute. The Wabagong is another shark that I feel like I need to do another drawing of. I only drew it once, and I do think it's a lot of people's favorites. I heard that it was, oh no, I'm blanking on her name. I'm gonna phone a friend. What's her name? Lindsay. I phoned my own mind friend. Lindsay from Alveus. She likes Wabagongs. And I feel like it's a favorite among a lot of people. I do like them. I just, yeah, I feel like I need to give them another draw. Because, like, slowly, the more and more sharks I draw, I, like, keep developing my style. And, like, I'm really happy with how the keychains came out that I made recently. I feel like I've gotten a good balance between the cuteness and the anatomy of the shark. Because sometimes it's really hard to stylize the anatomy. Like, you'll see on my shirt. Let me look down so I can tell what I'm doing. The eyeball, right, I made it big, but also the pupil's huge. Because you can see they only got a little slit of a pupil. And so, like, that is kind of a struggle to style it. Is there another good view of the eye? Probably not. No, that's too pixelated. But I just make the slit really fat. And, like, the spiracle is this thing. You can see my tiny mouse, is what I'm referring. uh, yeah, sometimes I was like, ooh, should I leave out the spiracle? I don't know if I could stylize it right. Or if it would, like, look weird. But I think the spiracle belongs. It's part of the anatomy. It's part of what makes him cool. And yeah, so I just figured out which way I like to draw it, where everything looks cute and we got that nice balance. We played through the Friendly Skunk last stream too, cute little game. Later levels actually had pretty good challenge. Yeah, so it is a really hard game. I think I think it's like a lot more challenging than I expected. But it's definitely better to have a challenge and be too easy. And I do think it's a fun mechanic. Honestly, my favorite part was getting to hear the voices for all of the animal friends. Because, like, I've never, like, made art and then later got to hear what it would sound like, right? Like, Louis' interpretation of the sounds is so fun, and he did so good. And then the, like, piranha plants will go wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And it's so funny. I love that about it. Oh, you have so many commissions. Which one? I'm sorry, Elizabeth. I think I just must. I like coincidentally showing up for the same one. I think is why. But that's awesome. You got a bunch going on right now. The one that's like for somebody else's stream, and it's like, I guess I don't know exactly the context. I don't, but like it's like the really detailed one, and I don't actually know what kind of animal. Maybe a red panda or like a tanuki. Oh yeah, Tanuki Girl. There we go. That one. You're right. You're right. You're right. That's the one. Oh, it's probably just like an alert thing, right? That it would appear. Dude, I never left this over here to look at. Oh, the camera just feels so fuzzy when there's not good light. Yeah, it's a big one. Biggest animation you've ever done. Well, you're doing really good on it. It seems like a long-winded kind of project. But yeah, I feel like you're instilling some more confidence in me in pricing and saying that my pricing is still low because oh my gosh, I've been belting with this. Look at these are different length needles. Like, why does this feel funky? I guess in a big thing that doesn't make a difference, but I wonder if I have a shorter needle. I didn't keep track of which needles were which. When you get wait, I'm sorry. I'm reading all chats out of order. But Mini Pearl, you're saying maybe you need to try again for the friendliest stunk. I was mixing it with stuck. When you get stuck, you'll ping Roxers. That's nice. Get some help. But yeah, it can be really tricky to get a feel for that. Like, if you guys have heard of, I don't know, wait, I replaced the wrong needle. Crypt of the Necro Dancer. That one's really challenging. It's similar, like that you really got to get a sense of the beat and you like move with it. Like, I think you can't move unless you're with the beat of that game. But it is really fun working on that because we, I feel like, I feel like the Friendliest Skunk was my first project, like working with other people where it felt really, I don't know, easy to work with other people. Like we just meshed well and it wasn't, and it's not like anybody else was hard to work with in like projects that I've done before, but it just sometimes it just feels like maybe creatively we just don't mesh as well. We got like different tastes, and so I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes that's what I feel like is the difference, but on this one I feel like it just came really easily to work with those guys and yeah, and it's a lot of fun like seeing what they do. Like I have a lot of respect for their different skills, right? We got coding and sound design and like understanding how to make nice sounding music. And I think it's really cool to like have the chance to combine that with my ability to draw things and making little pixel animation. And so yeah, it's really cool because it's like a thing where none of us individually could have made it on our own. And it's like the combination makes something cool and new. And it's really fun. I definitely want to try making more games. You try to keep things 25 to 30 an hour, but you're so bad with lowballing time with something. Dude, me too. Me too. I'm like, oh, I can do this in 5 hours. And then it's like 10 hours later. 10 hours later, oops, I'm not done. That's like a severe lowball. But you know, slowly you get a better sense for how long things take. And figure it out. But yeah, I think it's been nice too with I've been doing monthly animal collabs, which we're skipping this month, but we're drawing like animals to a theme every month, and then we just post all of our drawings together on Instagram. And a lot of times we'll just chat. I mean, honestly, I don't participate that much, but in the like actual DMing part of it, but everybody will chat and sometimes like talk about pricing too, which I think is really helpful because I've never really had other artists I knew to like get advice on how to price things and or just seeing like what other people price things at, because sometimes it's not like publicly viewable like how much you get paid for like freelance illustration jobs and stuff, and yeah, I guess like only having my perspective, it can be hard. Like it feels like a lot of money, but then it's like, well, I'm trying to do this for a living, right? So it's gotta be a chunk of money because you're paying for the professional thing. And so yeah, it's just helpful to know that it's like, oh, I'm not charging crazy a lot, even though if it feels like it, because it would be, a big purchase of a thing for me to make, right? Like I could buy a printer for that much money. So it's nice to hear and get to talk with other people and like get their experiences. Needle hazard pay. Yes. Protect my fingers. Honestly, it's not too bad poking yourself. It's like if you haven't experienced it. The needle is barbed, so it's like kind of worse, but like usually you're already doing a quick poking motion that it's like not like a needle stuck in you and you gotta pull it out. And it's just like, oh, ow. And then sometimes your finger juices a little bit of blood. Whoops. The Cadence of Hyrule 2 is awesome. Your spouse loves those. Oh, that's a game? Let me look it up. Oh, wait. I don't know. I for some reason like I thought this was like Crypt of the Necrodance. Lesma, thank you for subscribing. That is so nice. I feel like maybe I need a different sub notification. I want to make a bunch more customized notifications that are maybe a little more randomized. I don't know. It's fun to just see like, oh, what's gonna pop up. Let me look up Crypt of the Necrodancer because I feel like maybe they just have similar uh like cover art. I think the colors are just similar between the two. Here, I'll pull up the pictures. Okay, really low res photo, but we just need the colors. I think it's like, are these supposed to be the same character or am I crazy? Is that why they're similar? Where did my other photo go? Did I just replace it? But like, the main characters look really similar. That's probably why I'm getting confused. Right? Is that the same character? I think it is. That must have been why you mentioned it. The level with the flower over the gap where you had to grab it while flying past actually took decent dexterity. Oh, yeah. Right, yeah, you have to press it midair after timing your jump well. It is tricky. I'm really glad you guys played through. It was really nice. Nice you gave it a try. Beep, beep, beep. We got another fin. Might have added like a lot of wool to fan out over here. I feel like as the sun sets, I probably can open up the curtains too. So we can see better again. Because look, I feel like I'm not getting very much light and there's still like a patch of blindingness behind me. You know, a part of me wonders if Patey picked up the kissing sound that he does off of the sound of me poking this wool. Because, like, the crunch kind of sounds like the kissing sound that he does. And he was just doing it. But I think he partially just wants my attention right now. What do you think, Bim? You need to come over here? Problem is, I just feel bad putting him right back in his house because he can't hang out while I'm felting. I think my goal for today will be to gosh golly, get all the fins on here and the tail, and we'll have the base of the body done. Maybe just like the rough base, because I think I will take more time to add, like its head's a little lopsided, and so I would like sculpt out some cheek here. Get that cheek sculpted out. I like streaming too because it's like uh single player activities, right? Normally I'd be felting or drawing by myself, but then it becomes multiplayer. That's what it feels like. And I really like that. And it makes me feel like I could really enjoy streaming single player games for that reason. It's like, ooh, it can still be social. Because it is a lot of fun too, just sitting in a call with people and just hanging out while you each play your own single player game. Because I really like playing Legends of Runeterra. And you guys, maybe you know of the game, what's it called? It's like a little bug game. Pocket Bugs? Is it called Pocket Bugs? Alves did some like kind of collab with them in that there was like a skin with Marty and the oh no, what's the other isopod called? BB? Is the orange isopod called BB? Maybe. But pocket bugs, right? Bonus bug. I played a little bit of that game on stream. That was the one game I ever streamed. But that's one that I would like to play on stream too, because like I know there's a lot more to the game, and I haven't gotten very far, and I don't think it's a game I would really play just by myself. But it looks so cute. Like the pixel art is so good. It gives me some good inspiration. I love the cute little bugs. Maybe it would be a thing like every hour we take a break, play that Pocket Bugs game. Every for like 20 minutes or something. Because it seems like something that is like a nice game just to check in on. Could play some mini games with your bug. Yeah, it would be if you like cute little games like that. I did think it was fun. I feel like I haven't gotten far enough. I only played a little bit with my isopod and tried the mini games, but I think there's different mini games for each bug. Look at his little feet. Oh, feet. I'm gonna put this back to Epaulette sharks in here. I feel kind of silly having that randomly up. Wait, does that emoji tell you which one? Oh yeah, it is BB. Oh, it is BB. Mini Pearl, thank you for subscribing. You guys are so nice. I'm like, I I feel like my subscribers so far have been my friends before I streamed, right? And I'm like, oh, that's out of the kindness of doing it to be supportive. But I don't know. It's really nice because I'm like I didn't know you guys before I streamed. I'm like, you guys want to subscribe? That's really nice. Monster Sanctuary? No, I haven't. Let me look it up. I'm gonna plan to find some other things to give you for subscribing because I don't even know if I filled all my emote slots. I'm gonna brainstorm some fun things. This lighting is so pooty dooty. I'm gonna try to figure it out. This looks cute. Monster Sanctuary. Oh. Do you know what? Like a couple of streams ago. Wait, I don't know who I was talking to about it. We talked about Zoo Tycoon, and I've never played Zoo Tycoon. Wait, it's a pixel game too. Cute. Wait, I'm gonna have to look into that. Let's see if we can fix this lighting again, because what the heck? What in the heck? Is this fine? Blare the sun out that way. It's gonna be a solution. Maybe I change the camera angle? Let's see, I think this might be in my eyes. Look, you can see my shadow of my hair up. The sun's in my eyes, so this is definitely not a go. I feel like this lighting would work if, like, just cover up. Just lean forward and cover all that up. EIL? Oh, you didn't know Metroidvania was a word? Yeah, Metroidvania is like, uh, it's Isn't it like Vampire Survivors? Is that a Metroidvania? This isn't working. Does this help you? I don't know what to do about the background. Maybe we get closer? Wait, is this better? Dude, it's just like right there. I need like something to just block all of that. My arm? This is kind of fine. I just blocked it with my arm. So it's like a creature collector Metroidvania, but you feel like your critter fusions would be awesome in a game like that. Wait, that's really nice. So I don't know if you've been here when I've talked about my kind of idea I've been crafting with Derek, which is a drunken Tanuki in chat and my boyfriend in life. And he has this awesome D&D world that he's been building. Like D&D is like the context in which it's used, but it's kind of just like world building that could be applied as anything, you know, just a way to tell stories. But the creatures I design, I like to have influenced by the world and think about like where on the map they're appearing. And yeah, so together we kind of been thinking about game ideas, and you've been really enjoying Slay the Spire since Slay the Spire 2 just came out recently, I believe. And um and then I've been thinking about, why am I blanking? Viva Pinata. Same one we've been talking about. And like a mixture of those games. I would really like Viva Pinata, but like multiplayer, we can share a plot of land, attract different creatures by making it look nice and everything. I would want like a good level of customization. Like I really like Palia because they got good house decoration options in that game. And yeah, so I like how you can customize your plot of land on there and have a house. Like maybe I would want the ability to have a house and live amongst the creatures and having like a bigger plot of land, and then either you share that with whoever you're playing with, or you could be neighbors and you could go walk to their house in a neighborhood. But then it would be kind of like Cult of the Lamb, where you go on these little adventures to get stuff, or maybe to unlock certain creatures through the kind of card game style of like Slay the Spire thing. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. Mini Metroidvania is a mix of the two defining games from the genre Metroid and Castlevania. Castlevania is a game? I know it from the... Yeah, it is. Wait. What did I say? Vampire Survivors? That's different. I'm feeling like this camera angle isn't good at all. What if I put you... Don't mind puppy cat. We'll go this way. Does this feel better if I'm blocking all the light? If I lean forward, then you don't get as much craziness. But I feel like you can see more with this. But maybe I need to, like, scooch it over. Oops. Not that. No, not that. Like, so you can see a little better in here. Like maybe my hand's blocking less at this angle. You get it because you know Metroid and Castlevania. I liked the show Castlevania. I thought that was really good. But yeah, I think it started out as a game. That's my knowledge on the matter. 2D platformer with backtracking. Yep. You haven't? You just saw a couple of my critter fusions over the past few streams. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, I like to mention the critters. So like making the critters. But that's nice. So I haven't mentioned the game idea then. Because I think I've talked about it a couple times on stream, but maybe not super recently. I don't know. Animal Crossing villager sounds? Let's go to crab music. I think that all of that will be fun though, because Derek's learning how to code. And so it'll be fun to maybe start with some like mini game projects that involve the creatures, and then maybe I'll learn how to make like a 3D game and see if I like doing that, like trying to sculpt the creatures and give them animations. I honestly don't really know what that process looks like for 3D, so it'll be interesting to see. I feel like, did I miss a time break at some point? I don't know. You're working on a gacha for stream avatar onesies? Ooh, you're wondering if it would be better for the viewers if the body and hoods were pulled as a set or separated. Ooh, okay. Onesies. So it's like a onesie, but the hat. That's a really good question because it could be fun to mix and match. I don't know. It's hard to decide. I'm sure you're feeling that because, like, I don't know what I would prefer. Because, like, you would unlock the set a lot faster if they were as one, and you, like, still had the option to mix and match it with others. But maybe it's kind of nicer because, like, I'm sure it's taking you a long time to create these outfits if it takes longer to unlock them. And then you kind of have more to do. You know, more rewards to get. I'm kind of thinking that might be better. Definitely start small and save the passion project for once you'll have made a couple at least. Yeah. I definitely think that's a good way to go about it. And yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling like a lot of game jams would be fun to do is like trying out a lot of different styles of games and just seeing what's fun to make and what feels fun to play. Because like I can imagine this game and be like, oh yeah, this would be the most amazing thing in what I want to play. but yeah, you never know until you're doing it. It's like maybe it doesn't turn out fun to make or fun to play. Who knows? There's this really good mobile game that's free and it doesn't have any ads. I'm gonna have to find the name, but I love playing this one. like at the airport, and it's a dino. You play as this dino, and it's like that piano game where you're like tapping all the things that come up, except for you're sliding the dino's head back and forth to like catch these segments of the neck, and so it keeps growing a longer and longer neck. But it's along to these songs that I think the person who made the game made the songs, and they're just like cute little songs, and so you're like sliding back and forth to the beat, and it gets faster and faster. And I really like that they just made it free with no ads, and then it's like a fun game with cute dinosaurs. You unlock different colors, and I think the only thing that has semblance of an ad is like they mentioned they have a YouTube video that gives like some story for the game. It's kind of like a cinematic for the game. I think it's really fun. Maybe Derek can find the name of the game because he's actually the one who showed me. If anybody is interested in having a good game on hand for plane rides. Ooh, there'll be shiny gold versions of each onesie, which is rare. That's good. I like the sound of a shiny gold variant. Alright, time for his butt leg. Giving him a butt leg. Wait, did his body need to be thicker before I attached this leg? Yeah, maybe. Let's look at the picture. I do kind of have skinny bodies. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so here I'll give a better tutorial. I'm like fighting the sun right now because, well, this is my first time streaming needle felting rather than a digital thing, and I don't know how to fix this lighting. I'm fighting the sun as it goes down and trying to figure it out. But this is an epaulette shark. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with them, this is my favorite shark. I got my shirt on for the occasion. Epaulette shark, the walking shark. But yeah, I'm working on a needle felted commission for one of these little dudes. I'll show my pictures. These are the ones that I've done before. So like you'll see there's a picture of this one. But this one I don't have anymore because that was my previous commission. But now I'm doing another epaulette shark, which I got no problems being commissioned for another epaulette shark because I love them. I love these little dudes. So we just got the base right now. He's like 2.5 legs in because I'm like, I don't know if I should make this body thicker first. That's kind of what I'm figuring out right now. Because like, they do kind of got thin bodies. But I do think he could use a little bit of thickness. So I'm going to rip off his leg. And get me a good piece of wool. Oh, is this like a cat shark or different? It's different. They're in the family of bamboo sharks, but I think all of those are in the family of carpet sharks, which are like all the sharks that you can find at the sea floor and that don't need to be constantly swimming to breathe, because that's like a thing of like bigger sharks that they need to swim for the water to be pushed through their gills. But these guys have little let's see a picture where you can see it. I said this earlier. I'm pretty sure it's called a ventricle. But this little hole they can intake water. I think they also do intake water in their mouth, but they're able to push the water over their gills so they can hang out on the seafloor. But cat sharks, I do love cat sharks. I'll pull up a picture because they're similar. There's so many cool cat sharks. I would love to felt a chain cat shark. Have you guys ever seen one? Isn't that cool? Ooh, maybe I should make a creature with this pattern. I love it. These are not the highest resolution of pictures I'm getting, but you get the vibe. And then there's this dude. The swell shark, yes. Oh, it is in the cat shark umbrella. Let's pull up a picture of a swell shark. Yeah, they look like wide cat sharks. I like them. But yeah, I do a bunch of shark drawings. And I like to do creature design. So, warning, I don't know if you're gonna get blinded, but I'm gonna show you. Okay, it's adjusting. My wall of sharks. Don't mind the lack of trim on the door. You can't even see them well. But all of those are my shark stickers. And then over there, okay, to me it looks like I'm pointing the right way, but there are all my creature designs, which you can't even see well either. Fail. And then there's the poster I did for Alveus. Wow. Wow. I've never had my art printed that big. So it was pretty fun to receive. Yeah, Swell Shark is really cool. But yeah, I think the past maybe 2 years now, I've been a big fan of sharks. Before that, I didn't get the hype. I'm like, I know people are big fans of sharks. I just thought of like, the way they're portrayed being like big, vicious, intimidating. But then I realized people who love sharks, usually it's not for that reason. Usually it's because they're actually great little guys. Well, there's a lot of different kinds of sharks. I feel like that was the main thing for me that made me love them so much is it's like really cool how diverse they are, like different ways they've adapted, and I think that's probably why I like the Epaulette shark so much is they they'll keep an eye on you there. Thinking I should scooch over my camera. Bloop. Good enough. Sharks are like dogs in a way, yeah. Wait. Oh, okay. So you know sharks, and you like the sharks then? You're familiar? Am I over explaining to you? Well, anyway, in my experience, I didn't get the shark hype, and then the more I learned, the more I understood, and I feel like maybe that's like the pipeline, right? Because you think dolphins, oh, so cute and wholesome, so sweet, and then you learn about dolphins, you're like, oh. And then sharks are like the inverse of that. Oh, dolphins are kind of crazy. The Eastern Phoebe in the Alves poster is done so well. Oh, thanks. I did not know the bird type, but now I know. I'm glad I did it. I did it well because yeah, I just went off the one photo or the video of Winnie with the bird and without like finding other references. So I'm glad it looks like the bird. But I love the pasture, and I kind of miss when Stompy was in the pasture because I feel like we don't see Stompy as much anymore. And if You don't know what I'm talking about. Stompy is the emu at Alveus Sanctuary, and Alveus does live streams 24/7 live cams of all of their animal ambassadors. And it's so like unique and wonderful of a thing because they always have people making sure the cameras are on different interesting things going on. So there's always something to look at or just be chilling with the animals, listening to the wolves howling. Sometimes the birds are screaming or the marmosets are doing their feeds, and I'm like, okay, I gotta mute. That's a little too intense. Too intense for me, but generally the sounds are really nice. And my favorite thing is when they have a thunderstorm at Alveus, and sometimes their connection cuts out because of the storms, but I just love listening to the sounds of rain and thunder, and it is fun because they like play VODs when the stream connection cuts out, and it's a good vibe when that happens. And like when I lived in Oregon, we wouldn't get thunderstorms very often, and so I always really liked hearing them on Alveus. But now I'm looking forward. We're encroaching on more of a thunderstorm season, I think, here. And I'm looking forward to hearing more thunder. Wolf dog pond sounds are nice at night. Yeah, with no risk of macaw streams. Yeah, it's a nice. I think I said streams, but I meant screams. It is a really nice vibe. There's lots of different feelings and kind of happenings on the stream. I'm really looking forward to the art auction. And I'll explain again for anybody not familiar with Alveus. They do like they get the animals to paint pictures. Like maybe they're walking across it with some paint on their feet, or I think the birds would like pick up sponges, and they all have their different painting methods. But it's kind of like part of their enrichment, and then all of the art gets auctioned off. Last year they got a footprint. This is so cool. I'm like, I wish I had a boatload of money because they got Stompy's footprint. Like casted like a chunk of dirt from his footprint and then like put it on a canvas. And that one was so cool. And one year Maya sewed a bunch of plushies of the ambassadors. Those were all so cute too. Oh, you love sharks? You know a bit more about them probably. But we could both share shark facts and learn stuff. Definitely. I honestly don't feel like I know that much about sharks. Like at least sciencey wise. It's like my retention of facts I feel like is not that good. Cause like I've learned multiple times what exactly it is that makes an epaulette shark able to, go on land and, you know, survive in low oxygen environments, but then I don't remember exactly what it is, like what kind of like brain functions they're shutting off or how they're doing it. But I just remember they can do it and it's cool. I think maybe when we finish this, I will make maybe a sea slug or a mini version of a shark, something that I could turn into a hair clip, because I've got a bunch of hair clips. I think it would be fun to do. Okay, this piece is already kind of felted because I was making like something giant that had like a big old ear, and then I scrapped it. And so like it's already partially felted, but it might be like perfect for the rest of the tail here. I mean, this is really long because I usually stylize them to be shorter, but we can use a piece of it. It's gonna be pretty good. I do think in general I could make the tails longer because there's not a lot of room for like the cool kind of end bit. Let me get a... Yeah, I guess none of these photos... Sometimes it's hard to get a photo of the epaulette shark's tail. That's usually what I honestly struggle the most with finding, is like good views of their tails. But like, you can tell it ends quite soon after I do that last fin there. But in this photo, you've got all of that. And of course, they're spaced out more. So it's like I scrunched it all together to stylize it. But I do think I could benefit from a little more length to get the shape in. Let me get... I think the best reference I found is someone's drawing of it. Yeah, here we go. Like this. How it's got those bits on the end of the tail. I just got a little hint of that. But I think I could stylize the shape in a nicer way. Oh, wait, I forgot what I was doing. I don't need to felt that. Oh, you used to want to be a marine biologist, but kind of fell out of it due to pressure other stuff. But yeah, they are really fascinating. Yeah, that's really, really too bad. But yeah, I hope you can still enjoy it all as a hobby, learning about sea life, and that's kind of what I've been enjoying, is like learning and then kind of having that influence my art. No, do I intend to finish him in one stream or multiple? I'm gonna try to finish him, the base of him, in this stream. I usually only stream about 3 hours, not an hour. We're past an hour. And then next stream we'll do the colors. Or no. Next stream I'll probably... I guess it depends if I decide I'm going to stream every single moment of making this or not. But I'll probably do a little tweaking of the shape and then start adding colors. I think I said your question. Have you ever considered using wiring? I have done sculptures with a wire armature in the middle, and so then it's like posable. But I haven't done it in a while, so I was saying earlier that I would like to. I'm just gonna attach this whole thing and then rip off what I don't need. I would like to do another wire sculpture of one of my creatures, the beluga. That's the one. That's the one I wish most to see. Wait, Lesma, you asked forever ago, but I feel like I never gave the best explanation of like me being able to tell when the ads come. If I'm watching my own stream, that's usually how I see. And like I have it open on a web browser. This is kind of a menacing way to leave this. Like I'm just imagining coming in and that's what you see. It's a little crazy, but Usually it's above the chat. There's like a notification that pops up and it's like gives you like a 5-minute heads up of when an ad's gonna come. And then it tells you when the ad's playing. But I think there's like just a little bit of a discrepancy between, because like, I don't know, sometimes it's funky of whether people actually get ads. I feel like there's sometimes it's like a little delayed for some people. And I don't know, but it's all like roughly gives you a good heads up and idea of when the ads are. But I haven't had my stream pulled up, so I don't know if I missed an ad break or anything. Oh, I dropped the needle. Let's hope it didn't break. It's good. Not the first time I did that, but luckily my feet are on my chair, so we're not impaled. Kind of wide. But we'll adjust. We haven't gotten ads yet. I think the ads might be soon. I think they're going to be around the 3-hour mark. I do think I made this too wide. The problem is I don't want to create too much thickness. I think here, since we're at the base of the tail, it's okay. And I'm just gonna make it less wide by poking it in. Do you guys have any favorite emotes? Because I'm thinking of like subscriber emotes if I should make a version with a creature or I don't know, my little dude. I could too. Like my PNG tuber with some different expressions. That's a possibility. Maybe I probably should add an Epaulette shark to be a little self-indulgent because I want to use an Epaulette shark. Little, why am I blinking? Come on, thoughts, churn. Anything with those face? I do like those. They just got like a nice silly vibe when you have a little 3 face. Oh, this playlist? I can send the link to if you want it. I love this this channel on YouTube. Like they just have a bunch of animal themed playlists and the music choices are so good. And then they make these Blender animations that are also so good. And I love it. Come on, that's churn. Thank you, Les. I'm glad you like that. Having one of those big smiley modes, but being a shark would be cute. Big smile. Like a really wide smile. Is it just called big smile? I feel like I'm not well versed in emotes. It's like ambient 80s tribal beat inspired. Yeah. It's the hermit crab vibes. Okay, so right now I'm kind of folding this up because it's too wide this way. And it's gonna be a little lumpy when I do that, but I'm gonna smooth it out with another piece of wool later. Right. When I said that, it just made me think of Daily Dose of Internet. Later. I'm so happy I did find these playlists though, because they're just so good. Like I love the music choice on top of the fact that it's got animal theming and a really nicely made animation to watch along with the music. It is toasty in here. I'm thinking in the summer, it's gonna be hard not to be toasty. Actually, I think we don't have the AC on yet. That's probably why. And that's fine. It's really not that hot. My other room, before I moved, used to get to like 80 degrees. And that was a lot. I don't have the like thermostat, or I don't know, is it a thermostat when it's not connected to your heating and AC and just tells you the temperature? Whatever that thing is called, I don't have it up here right now, so I don't know the temperature, but I'm pretty sure it's not that warm. But I think the sun just shining in through the window makes it feel warmer. I get so fooled too because, right, like the sun is not set yet, and I'm like, it's already past 7. I'm not in the summertime mindset yet with this with this timing, but I'm like, I'm it's getting late and I gotta get Bimmy's vegetables. I actually need to make Bimmy. By the way, Bimmy's is my cockatiel, and if you saw the follow or sub alert, that is a little pixel animation I made of him with his sounds. He does 3 tricks. Arf, dur dur dur. These are just what I think his sounds sound like, and then I trained him to the cue. Arf, dur dur dur, and he does a little kissing sound and he'll stomp his feet. I don't really know how these developed, really, but I just made sure he kept doing them when I'm like, I'll give you a treat. Don't forget it. I wish I trained his budgie impression to a cue because it's so fun when he does that, but it's pretty infrequent. Usually it's more towards the morning and if he's just in the mood for it. Oh, also, hello, Jendo. I never said hi. But it's going good. I'm having a lot of fun with the felting stream. It feels good to be felting again. And I have a lot more projects I want to do. I'll try my best to keep improving the setup, so the lighting. Maybe I'll figure out how to hook up my camera because I have this. I don't know if it's possible to stream with this, but it would look a lot better if it is, right? Then we don't have to have webcam fuzziness. But I think the main difference a lot of times in anything is just lighting. Like you can take a good photo with like a much better looking photo when the lighting's improved better versus having just a better camera. But I think I just need to learn how to set up the lighting more than anything. Oh yes, that's Bibimi's. That is Bibimi's. Oh, his name is Patey, but I call him Bibimi's. That's probably confusing too. This is, I'll type his name. Patey and Bibimi's. I call him Bibimi's. You can spell Bibimi's however you want though. And then Bimmies, anything. What did I even name the emote? Bimmy. Bimmy without the S. Yeah, you can call him whatever you want. Most esteemed Lord Bimmies. It's true. It's true. Yeah, last stream, we gave him his veggies. I mean, I guess maybe when the ads come up, I can grab his veggies. And then those will thaw. And let me see. Are we close to an ad? Did the ad happen? I don't know. It's confusing because we're at the 3 hours. But I could get his cube and we could do another Bimmy veggie send off for the end of the stream. Doopy doopy doo. I kind of like the idea of making a really long shark. You know, like when people make drawings of dachshunds and they're just really long. I think every hour. I did whatever the thing is to like have the minimum amount of ads while disabling pre-roll ads. Alright, here's how our size comparison is looking. I feel like my camera's like so close. The heck, Vendetta? Vendetta, you subscribed. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Let me know if there's an emote you want. All you first subscribers, I'm gonna let you choose. I'll make you emotes. For me, you have a first badge. Wait, is that something I need to make too? Is like a custom badge? Probably do, don't I? What the heck? What even is that? A subs goal. I hit a subs goal. What was my goal? How many subs do I have? Well, thank you. I've never seen that alert. I did not set it up from the default. So that was a surprise. Ooh, only the first 15 subs with a badge. I think the sun's going down, so I don't know if like I don't know, do we like this POV or is it nicer being farther back? I don't know, it's still kind of blinding back there. I just don't know. Oh, okay, here we go. Ad starts in 2 minutes. That is your warning. Except for not if you subbed. What the heck? I probably am overthinking it. I have a history of overthinking, that's for sure. Yes. It is. Wham bam. I need to rework his coloring. I was saying earlier I wanted to add like this hot pink because I had a chalk pastel in there that faded a bit. And I think I could enhance it with some wool and yeah, reworking him. But this is the thresher. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. What's your favorite shark? Do you have one? Could you choose? There's also black tip reef shark. You were here? Here for what? Oh, for the alert? The sub goal? How exciting. We love reef sharks. Dude, when I saw these, Derek and I, Mr. Drunken Tanuki, We were in Las Vegas and they have um the Shark Reef Aquarium, I believe it's called. And I had never seen a shark in person, maybe when I was little and I don't remember, but it was pre me being a fan of sharks. And so my first time seeing him in person, I got to see a black tip reef shark and I was be flabbergasted, wildered. And what I was like, I didn't have a good concept of what size they were. I'm sorry, the ad's coming. No. Well, if you subscribed, here's my story. Um they're like the way, okay, first of all, I was so surprised at how much smaller they were than I thought. I was thinking, you think of sharks, you think big, but most of them aren't that big. But these guys, I think, are like not far enough out. Ready? Reaching into frame. Why is it so confusing? They might even be longer than this, but I feel like their heads were like this. Do you know what I want so bad? I want a shark kitty. I realize they sell them on Amazon. You know how I talked about Shark Kitty before. You can look up Shark Kitty. It's like you spell it out. I'll spell it out. This is gonna be random if you're an ad. But Shark Kitty, I'm a big fan of, and they have plushies of it, and you can even get a massive one. And I'm like, dude, I want a massive one. And there's all different kinds, and it's amazing. I would love the Georgia Aquarium. I very much want to go to the Georgia Aquarium. And I very well know that. I think they're down to one whale shark, too. Is the music kind of loud? I kind of fear it might be loud. Angel sharks are awesome, too, partially for their uniqueness. Let me pull up an angel shark picture. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They look like a triangle. I've never drawn an angel shark. Dude, kinda looks like a pancake though, even in the color. Like the white rim. Wait, I meant to get Bimmy's veggies while there was an ad, and instead I told a story. Oh wait, there's still an ad. Okay, ready? Get ready. You get to see this BRB screen. Ta-da! I'm gonna go get Bimmy a vegetable cube. I meant to get up with every ad break too, so this is needed. Where's Bimmy's plate? I think oh no, here it is. Alright, be right back. Okay, I got the vegetable cube. The vegetable cube. Vegetable reveal. Who's hungry? Alright, I kind of. Maybe we can open the blinds different because the sun's setting. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm gonna try having it how I have it and see what happens. Do the thing. Oh, ooh, blinding. Oh, I can hear the birds outside better now. Alright. Let's see how long we want this tail. I'm thinking a little bit longer. I think I might have made this shark bigger. Like the body's the same size. It's just because I added so much tail on here. It probably doesn't need all of that. You don't need all of that. Have this extra bit. Have this extra bit. I might put these front fins kind of far back. Let's look at our picture. I mean, okay. Yeah. These are too far back. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Don't mind my delimbing. Okay. This looks good. I'll just poke it in lightly to make sure. Ripping arms apart, animal cruelty. Oh yeah, I know. I mean, I love this reference too because like the way the lighting casts little rainbows. I've definitely looked at this reference multiple times. This is one of the ones that I was sent when I asked like what amount of spots that they wanted, like if they had any favorite pictures of Epaulette sharks. I'm just gonna refluff this. And then we can give them a spin up here. Okay. Looking even. Looking more proportional, right? He's just missing some cheeks. But with the cheeks, he will have the power. Because his head's a little small. Yeah, he just needs some cheeks. Don't we all just need a little cheeks? Okay, I think we're getting to the point where we can add the back leg. Out of the aquariums, I definitely want to visit Georgia Aquarium like we were talking about. I think it would be really cool to see the whale sharks. And I would also love to go to the New York Aquarium to see Ajax, the Epaulette shark. But any aquarium, I'm kind of wondering if there's any in Minnesota that have Epaulette shark. Because I want to go see some more Epaulette sharks. When I saw Epaulette sharks for the first time, I didn't know if they were going to be at this aquarium. I didn't spoil it for myself, but I remember turning that corner, seeing just the little spots, and I was like, no freaking way. And I spent so long just sitting and looking at those sharks. I made sure to leave space so people could see too, and not hogging them. But I was there for a while. I feel like they were kind of in a corner where a lot of people weren't that excited to see them. And so, like, trying to hype them up. Like, what the heck? Everybody, look at these dudes. They're freaking cute. They're freaking cute. Ooh, you just went last month? Wait, to Georgia Aquarium? Ooh, the Tennessee over the Georgia, but it's still amazing. The Tennessee Aquarium. I'm gonna have to, like, save up for some aquarium trips. That's my idea of a vacation. Go to a aquarium in a new place. I mean, that's always my favorite thing about traveling is just seeing the different wildlife that's around. And I think if I were to plan myself a vacation, I would tailor it towards seeing more animals. I do like birds. Macaws, that is very cool. I love birds. I mean, before sharks, I was drawing a lot of reptiles and birds, like parrots usually. Parrots and reptiles. Because I would watch a lot of, like, pet content, I suppose you could say. And so I really like seeing the exotic pets and stuff. But it is interesting, like, then seeing Alveus and all that they teach you about, like, the exotic pet trade and, like, what's not so good about it. And, advocating more for, like, why most times it's better to get, like, a dog or a cat as a pet than something exotic. Although I do feel like reptiles make good pets when you do the proper research. I mean, any pet you should research. But yeah, usually they have more specific care and you want to make sure you're giving them a good diet and everything. Good vacation needs some good animals to see. It's true. It's true, it does. Or like maybe gardens? There's like plants. Animals like plants. They're gonna come hang out. For a while, my favorite animal was an axolotl. And I still love axolotls. They kind of give similar vibes as epaulette sharks. But, I mean, epaulette sharks, those dudes walk on land, so, like, how can you top that? They're kind of opposite, because, like, axolotl, I mean, I do love axolotls. We just made an axolotl onesie. That's awesome. I'm gonna go for that one. I'm gonna be rooting for it. So how do you get them in the stream avatars? I honestly am not well versed in stream avatars. Like there's different games that happen, but I don't know what triggers the games, and like that's how you get the onesies is if you get like points. I just like the stream avatars because it shows everybody at the bottom, and it kind of gives you like a visual representation of everybody hanging out. Plus, you can have like the chat box pop up, which is cute. Ooh, blind salamanders, are those the ones that look like axolotls? And they're like really long? Maybe I should make one. This guy's could be one. That's how long he is right now. You don't know yet, but in terms of the gacha itself, since I've never done it. Oh, but there's a little controller panel under the stream where viewers can pick the items to buy. Oh, right, you buy. Oh, wait, maybe I never realized you could buy stuff. Because, like, I customized my avatar in your stream. But maybe I'm missing out. Have you made items to buy? Like, with the point? I don't know if maybe I missed that or maybe you don't have buyable options. I don't know. Oh, partially see-through. That is pretty cool. You usually do stuff like slots and roulette. It's a chat command. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna have to take a peek through your stream avatar stuff again. I think it would be really good for me to just get started, do one simple sprite of a creature, and it's just like, everybody's just gonna be this creature for now. No customizations, but you could see yourself, your little creature on stream. And then slowly I will add up variants. Definitely is a really long tail. I think before I decide how long I want the tail, I might do all of the fins. Because then I can get the spacing, like if I do want to do it longer to add more of these details, then I can just do that. Oh, well, thank you, Lesma. I will let you know if I get stuck. Appreciate that. You have a soft spot for see-through critters like glass frogs are really cool. Ghost catfish, though? I've never heard of a ghost catfish. Oh. Oh my gosh, he's got like really long whiskers. That's really cool though. Here, I'll pull up a picture. Oh, Nobel Poppy. What? Wait, that's crazy. That's crazy. Because you were in here. for a second. Welcome in. And thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. What were you guys working on? Any more emotes? Maybe. Appreciate the raid. We are making an epaulette shark and looking at a glass catfish. Bloop bloop. But here's the felted sharks that I've made previously. This is my work in progress. Here's some in that I'm holding. I was gonna say in the flesh, but then I got stumped because I'm like, I'm not in the flesh for you guys. I'm on a screen, but I'm holding them. What do you got? A little smile. Where's my other one? Dupe. So I love making sharks, but I've also made other things. This is my first felting stream. I've done a lot of felting. If you know League of Legends, anybody? Poro. But yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this. Give him all of his legs, all of his fins, and then next time we can start doing some color, maybe after tweaks, I don't know. For the core, it's all wool, yes. I have used wire in the past for posable sculptures, but these ones are all entirely wool. The only other thing I use is a little bit of chalk pastel at the end. We were studying some anatomy and then we played some guessing game. Ooh, wait, what kind of guessing games? Is it like those ones that you can play with chat where it's like the word games? I've seen word games like that. That look a lot of fun. I was wondering if this chest should be wider. I feel like it's not that wide. But these ones seem kind of baby vibes. You know. Wait, maybe I'll rotate it like this, then you guys can see what's up. Build out some cheeks here. Bing bam boom. In the felt. Oh wait, you're right, in the felt. That would have been good. But it's all just wool. This wool. I'll show you my big bag of wool. Ready? This used to be filled all the way. It feels less impressive. Bottomo bag. Do any of you say bottomo bag like with the O? Because I think that's just something my family does in reference to chips. When there's no more chips left, it's just crumbs. You call that bottomo bag. But all of this wool is from bedding, I believe. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I run out because my connection for getting wool was back in Oregon. And I think I'll probably just buy some on Living Felt, the website, because they do have cheaper wool. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. I don't know if you can hear that. It's okay though. just a little spray bottle. Wool plug. MIA. Yeah. Well, I abandoned. But I'm sure I'll figure it out. All will be well. But like the core wool doesn't need to be like super nice because you put the nice wool on top. I like to use a merino wool on top, which is like really soft wool. Merino anything, I think there's like merino. No, I'm thinking of Angora. Like Angora bunnies, Angora goats, they're really soft. But I think that's unrelated. It's unrelated. Also, no pal copy. Feel free to send a link of if you want to show off what you're working on or just your art in general. And I can pop it in the Puref if you want to share it. Do a little art pack. Never heard that one? Wait, I'm reading this from the wrong order, but I don't I don't remember what you were referring to. Yeah, local art stores. I definitely need to look more around here because I feel like there's got to be even more stores that carry wool and felting supplies. I just got to find them. Because I do like getting wool from like local sheeps. I feel like back when I was 8 with Littlest Pet Shops. Never heard. Oh, for bottomable bag. Okay, yeah. I think that was something from my family, but like, gotta double check. Let's give him his feet. We'll build him another foot. And give him this foot. I'll bring this guy back over. Dooby-dooby-doo. I'm kind of thinking about a fire, right? Little campfire. Because, okay, back in Oregon, you worry about wildfires. You're not really supposed to have fires for good reason because that thing can get out of hand. But here we can have campfires. And the weather feels so nice for it. I'm kind of like, maybe I want to have a campfire and roast a little chicken sausage on it, right? We just got some of those like pokers to use or skewers, whatever, to use over the fire, and so I've been wanting to try them out because before we were just using, we got like shish kebab little wooden sticks. Maybe those are just called skewers. I don't know, but they weren't long enough, so it was hard to do, but it worked. But these are going to be like luxurious, and I'm looking forward to testing them out. Okay, this back fin is so funny because it looks like exactly like the front one, and it needs to be smaller. I mean, all of their fins are pretty similar, but like the back one always feels smaller, more triangular. Like, look at that. Bam, triangular. This one's a little more rounded, so I need to. I mean, it is more triangular in this, but it needs even more. My lighting, I think, is getting progressively worse as the sun leaves me too. That's part of my problem in my needle felting video too, because the lighting changed a bunch because I was mostly worried. I tried to have good lighting, but I was mostly worried about just finishing the commissions in time, and so I didn't spend too much on that. I just tried to get a good angle, and everything's visible, but sometimes the lighting would look blue or really warm from like lamps and stuff. Not the most consistent thing. I think what this needs here is like flattening like that and getting this curved angle nice. Ooh, that looks right. Hey, wait a minute. Our music moved on from my favorite playlist for like 30 minutes. It probably was just like such peaceful, good background music that I didn't notice. But now, well, let's go to the beginning of this playlist. This one's forest music. This one reminds me of something that could be like free-written kind of vibe of music. I haven't seen the second season of Free Run. I don't know if anybody's watched Free Run, but I really wanna see the second season. It was good? Okay, nice. Are all of the episodes out of the second season now? Only seen the first. Okay, we're in the same boat. Yeah, Free Run. It is really good. I also love the trend of like drawing that head angle. I did it too, didn't post it, but I just like when everybody's doing it, I'm like, I gotta do it. I gotta try it and see for myself. Because I feel like everybody's got a slightly different interpretation of that head angle and like what they think the person was going for because like there's not actually a right answer to it because like the eyes and the chin are a different angle, so you just have to imagine how upturned they actually wanted it. But it was really good. Dude, which had I don't know how to say it. Atelier? Is that right? Dude, I want to see it so bad. I just heard about Witch Hat Atelier, whatever. And like how the manga pages are beautifully crafted, like with really creative use of the panels. And I'm like, ooh, I kind of want to watch that. I mean, well, read the manga and then watch the show. I don't know what that one's on. Is it like Crunchyroll? That trend was so funny. It was really funny. I loved it too because like all of the like professional illustrators that I follow, like working for like Ryan and stuff like that, would do some interpretations too. And I think it's so funny that like someone who is like more of a beginner at art, right? They were struggling. Just posted in this forum to learn how to get some help on how to draw the angle, and it blew up so much that like some of the best artists were just really, you know, really skilled people just were joining in, and that person got the most help possible because so many people got a good reference. I want to know the full story. Come back to the person who originally drew that. Where's my thing? There we go. And see if they gave it another shot or like adjusted their original one. Because I think with good feedback, it makes your art improve so easily. Because like a lot of times you just can't see what problem there is. And then when someone points it out, you're like, oh, that's so much better. And it really helps you improve much quicker. There's like a weird chunky chunky bit of wool that was like felted together there that I didn't really want. Kind of didn't really want that. Sometimes I kind of wish like that we could like watch Finding Nemo, right? Like while I'm felting, to do a little Finding Nemo. I think this music is reminding me of Finding Nemo, but it feels like it would fit. Because do you guys remember when streamers would just play movies but backwards and then it was like fine for them to play on stream? Did something happen to that or everybody just kind of got bored of it? I don't really know the rulings on things, but I just feel like it would be fun for a craft movie party, right? That's what I want. Also, I saw this thing, maybe you guys came across it too, was like this movie theater that was like set up for crafts where everybody had like a little light. And then I think it was mostly like people crocheting or knitting, but I think you can do whatever you want. And I think that's such a fun idea. I don't know where that happened, but it looked really cool to get a theater of people together working on their crafts. Yeah, maybe we would have to do it in Discord or something, a movie craft party. Just so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we're uh, streaming movies. I'm a big fan of Finding Nemo and Kung Fu Panda. Honestly, Kung Fu Panda is probably one of my favorites, and I've been hankering a rewatch Kung Fu Panda. Trying to think what other ones I really like of like kid movies or childhood movies. Oh, you know what? Have you guys heard of Nisa? I don't think that's how you pronounce it because it's Chinese and that's hard to pronounce, but it's roughly spelled like Nisa. And uh I saw the first one not too long ago, maybe this past fall, but I keep forgetting that there's a second one. What, Jules? Welcome in. Yes, we got the felting stream. I'm going much. I can't believe it's almost 4 hours and I'm going much longer than I planned to. But honestly, I'm not feeling as fatigued with felting, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's kind of therapeutic with how repetitive it is, right? I can just keep poking. I think my progress has been slower than normal, but I think that's pretty much how streaming goes for me because, you know, chatting's gonna be distracting. Dude, wait, it's getting so late that my lamp, it's orange now. That's my bag of wool. But I have the lamp on an automatic timer for painting over here. Here, I'll show you. Look, there's my playlist. And it's starting to go off, so he can have his 12 hours of darkness. Because parrots are supposed to have 12 hours of darkness to regulate, I think, their hormones or something. Something like that. But he needs his vegetables. Let's check in on him. I wanted to finish the base of this, but maybe my hopes were too high. Really, this feels kind of silly to be showing you guys me poking vegetables, but this is my daily routine. Should we get Bibemi so he can have his vegetables? I'm gonna put on the BRB screen while I get Bibemis. Ready? This is gonna be new for you, Jules. It's a work in progress, but I've got a BRB screen now. Bam. Ta-da! Oh, over here. Oh, wait, let me change my mic input. Let me see if I can do it while I'm live. Properties. It's working. Now the mic won't cut him out. Alright, say hi, Bims. Okay, ready? Arf. That's wrong. Try again. Arf. Dude, you're not listening to me. You're trying to make a fool out of me, Bims? Arf! That's wrong. Arf! Good job, Bims. You got it. Here, have some vegetables. Wait, let me move the needles away. Here, Squeege. Eat the vegetables, please. Ooh, delicious. That's all you're gonna eat? 2 nibbles? What, does not taste good? Probably should move my felting pad, but honestly that would freak him out. So I'll just pick the vegetables off of it. Bimmies. Bimmies and the messes and the vegetable face. But you can see he makes such cute noises when he's happy. What's a good Bims? So responsible, eating the vegetables like a Bimmy should. Oh no, he might fling it. He's thinking about it. Are the birds outside concerning you? Maybe a little. Maybe a little concerning. Ooh, so yummy. Good job, Bims. I gotta go get him more vegetables tomorrow. This was his last cube. Boop. He exploded. He likes to explode his vegetables and shake them everywhere. Mmm, delicious. Look at his legs. Silly little legs. Do you want any more Bims? Oh, I might have to end stream so he can go to bed. Shoot, Bims. Why is it your bedtime? He goes to bed at 8:30 and it's 8:10. But we didn't finish the shark. Maybe we'll finish giving him his last leg because I got almost there. And then he doesn't like me moving this around. But it's okay, babe. Oh, his light went off. That one's on an automatic timer too. So that one goes off above his cage because it doesn't have a dimmer. And then the light over there slowly dims until it gets to 8:20 and then it turns off. But right now it's kind of matching the sunset. It's kind of nice. I don't put a blanket over his cage. He is scared of blankets being over him. Some birds like it and find comfort in it. But he doesn't. He doesn't like it. I feel like he probably could get used to it, like if I slowly warmed him up to it, but he's just never had a blanket over his cage. But all the lights go off and then I have a little night light for him because cockatiels are prone to night frights, which is like, they just freak out. They just get scared and spooked and sometimes they freak out. And so then if there's a little like warm colored night light, then they can see their way back up. But I think generally they don't really need a night light either, but it is better for them to have just a little bit of light. Because usually, you know, when they're used to their cage, they already know the way back up to their perch if they like get scared and fall to the bottom. Bims, because you get scared all the time. You just get scared all the time, Bims. And I freaked him out 2 days ago because I fell out. I tried to sit in my chair and I missed and I thudded and I flung the chair across the room. Wasn't that crazy, Bims? Yeah. You need a nightlight too because of Night frights. Yeah. I mean, these night lights are really nice. Like, they're a warm orange color, and right, because that's not supposed to disturb your sleep if it's warm. You don't want like a cool light. Plus, it's cozy. Okay, I think he's done. I keep forgetting the camera's over there. Are you done, Squeech? Do you want to say anything else? Arf! Want to do a dance, B-Bims? Good job, B-Bims. Alright, do you want to say goodnight to everybody? I think I'll raid us into somewhere. Because I really do want to keep felting, but Bimmies keeps me on a curfew, which is probably for the best. And he's ready to sleep. But I had a lot of fun. I'll definitely do more felting streams, maybe even more this week. We will see, because I'm still trying to finish the felting video. Oh, I know. Next time though, Jules, I believe. I believe. Okay. Let me get to my stream so I can queue up a raid. Do we want to go to I Paint Burbs? Evening Burb Art? I think we need to go to I Paint Burbs. I do have a Discord. Bims. I need the keyboard, don't worry. Exclamate. What? I just typed in a bunch of A's. Yeah. Discord. There it is. But yes, feel free to join. There's like rules you have to react to. I mean, it's fine if you don't read through them. If you're just like a chill, normal person, you don't really need the rules. Honestly, but it's good to have them because I can be like, ooh, you didn't follow the rules. Whatever. Let's start the raid. /raid I Paint Burbs. That's you, B-Bims, a burb, okay? But yes, if you do art, I would love to see it, or like any kind of craft projects, anything you want to share, pets, whatever. That would be awesome. But yes, let me give you a brief overview. I Paint Burbs is awesome, does really good, I think kind of more like scientific style illustration of birds, but also like some fun, silly ones. And their stream has a bird cam. I don't know about now because it's the evening, but usually if it's more in the morning, they have a camera on their bird feeder, and like there's this like raccoon made out of seeds, and I love it, and it's so fun. Really good stream, such a fun person. I hope you guys enjoy. And he just pooped, by the way, if you saw that. He's sending you off with a turd. Have a good night, everybody. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was fun finding you guys. Alright, bye.